Happy Monday night, everybody, and welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. For those of you that don't know who's on your screen right now, I'm Jason of Mother Tucker's Antiques with my co-host, the one and only Garden Guy Bill, and our co-host tonight down below. Our co-host to the co-host is the one and only ENAMOR Amie. How are you, Amy?
Good. I am still in road trip recovery. I will say that. Road trip recovery.
I would say I'm jet lagged. Although we didn't take a plane, I'm jet lagged. So
I'm just glad to not be in a car anymore. That's what I'm happy about.
This is true. And how many hours did you have on the road yesterday, Amy? How long did it take you from
Springfield? It was like close to 4 hours. So what ended up happening was there was like a freeway closure, and we think there was an accident of some sort. So our drive ended up being much longer than it usually is. So
my gosh. And Sandy says she's still on the road. I don't know about you, Bill, but I know when we hit West Virginia.
Sandy's always road tripping, though.
Well, she is. She is. Well, that's true. She is. Yep, she is. You're right. So when we hit the West Virginia line, once we hit the Pennsy line or the Pennsylvania line, it was just pouring down rain. And those Blue Mountains or the Appalachian Mountains just hold the clouds. And it just was such a bear to do the last 2.5 hours, the last leg of the trip. So, Bill, how are you feeling? Are you feeling energized and refreshed from your road trip?
Well, it's a 9-hour drive for me, but it took me 12 hours. But I got re-energized this morning until I ate a cookie and I nearly died because it was amazing. I opened up
a Mama Pam cookie.
A butter pecan shortbread cookie.
Yes.
I literally went to heaven, and then I came back to earth, and I was like, I need more of these cookies because I want to spend more time in heaven.
They were my God. So you literally ascended into heaven and then came back down.
I brought some right now to nourish me during the sale.
Those ones are my the plain shortbread. Those ones.
The Scottish one.
I mean, I like the flavored ones, but good old fashioned. Yeah.
Bill, that's not fair. That's not fair. You didn't tell us that we could bring cookies tonight. If we were able to,
I could have brought some cookies too.
Yeah.
Mama Pam, thank you.
I won't rub it in, Jason.
Yeah, don't rub it in, Bill. Don't cough or choke. And Bill's home alone, so if that doesn't go down the tube properly, we're really going to be in a situation. So what? Well, Mama Pam, thank you so much for the goodies. We all enjoyed them so much. So, guys, we were at Springfield this weekend. If you guys weren't aware of that, there's some content going to be dropping. Please look for our video that's going to be coming out this week. I know Amy plans on dropping content. Amy, do you plan on dropping your Springfield video?
I didn't get a video dropped this past Sunday because we were traveling. So it didn't happen. There wasn't a new video, but I'm going to try and get my Springfield video up to post this Sunday. So,
and Bill, you're going to be dropping a Springfield one as well, right?
Oh my God. I probably have 7 or 8 shopping videos, and I just put things in stacks today. I probably have 6 unboxing videos to do. I filled the car up again.
Your car was pretty full when you got to Springfield, Bill.
Yeah. How did you get home? What I picked up yesterday on the way home.
I can only imagine.
So before we actually say hello to all of our friends that are here, I want to ask everybody really quick, especially the two on the screen with me. Amy, what was the highlight of the weekend for you? What was the highlight for being in Springfield before we hop into the sale?
Are we talking about in general or
in general, whether it be food, something you found, something you got to do? What was the takeaway moment?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love shopping. But I just like seeing everybody and getting to spend time with everybody and having conversations about things, learning new things about people that we don't see all the time. And it's never long enough. It really even though it was 4 days, it goes by really fast. So I think just seeing everybody is always good.
Bill, how about you? What was the highlight or the takeaway for this weekend for you?
Well, I would say the same thing as Amy. So I'm going to go with my number 2 highlight, which is the very first purchase I made at Springfield, which is this amazing aloe tree. And if you look at the trunk of it, this thing is probably 20 years old. So I was surprised so many plants were for sale at the extravaganza. I was so excited.
There was a huge booth of really nice succulaents and things that we stopped at.
And I think Mary Beth hit the nail on the head. The highlight for me was the dill dip that you could have gotten from the homemade, and I forget the name of the place, but the homemade chips. And instead of cacao, her and I's call to each other if we needed each other. One would yell dill, and the other would yell
Don't
dip.
say dill dip.
So I know it's one of those weird words like periwinkle. It kind of sounds really dirty, but it's not. So dill dip. If you guys are ever in a crowded room and you need to get us, it's either cacao or dill dip. So of course mine hinges on.
Jason, I did think of one other thing. Like the theme of the food at Springfield is stuff in buckets. So
this is true.
We had buckets of donuts and buckets of fries. So yes, the food at Springfield is really good.
I know you guys also, hopefully you guys all saw on Friday night when Fatbirds went live, they did their flipping and sipping downstairs in the inn. And I still think the highlight was the, what was it? The dirty Santa, or was it the white beard or the white elephant gift?
I think it was all of the above. I think
Okay.
Nobody could decide on a name for the game, but.
And speaking of, what is her name, Bill? What did you officially name her?
So I named her Tiffany. However, I came home and Chris renamed her to Helga, and it's Helga with 2 L's.
Okay. I like that.
Helga.
I'm seeing why she's got the 2 L's. So,
that's a better fitting name, I think.
If you guys did not see it, you guys need to head over to Fatbird Finds after our sale. Head on over to Fatbird Finds and make sure you guys give that a watch, because it's really, really fun. And some of the content they filmed, you guys really need to make sure you're subscribed to their channel and make sure you're ready to see it, because they did some random interviews with us and it's going to be hysterical. I'm just telling you guys. So you guys need to watch for those videos when they drop.
Wait to do that.
It's going to be a really good time. So it was an epic weekend. We can't wait till next year. It's going to be really, really fun. It's always a good time in Springfield. And spoiler alert for Jason at Mother Tucker's, I did not purchase nearly as much as the two on the screen with me. Bill did find more, I think, than any of us. And then Amy did find some things as well. So I did not find as many things, although I did find some dill dip. So that was a good time. So, all right, gang, we want to say hello to our friends that are here with us tonight. We're going to get the sale underway. Tonight, the very lovely Karen G is our official mod and bid ender. It feels very good to say that. It feels like it's been a year since we've done our last live sale, and we just took Wednesday off, but we're back and ready to go. And the first person in the chat is our friend Tumbleweed. How are you, Tumbleweed? Welcome. How are you? Hopefully you guys are ready for a fun sale tonight. And we'll probably be talking Springfield throughout the sale, especially if you guys remember anything in the chat, just throw it out there. We'll definitely talk about it. How are you, Ruthie B? So good to see you. Ruthie B is in the house with us. We got Gina with us. How are you? So good to see you, Gina. Welcome. We got the one, the only Shabby Wonder. How are you, Shabby? We got Cheryl in the house with us. So good to see you on this Monday night. Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday night. We got Mary of Grandma Mary's Attic in the house. So good to see you. We had a really good trip to Ohio. Thank you so much. You guys know what time it is. It's snapping time. It's my man, Gavin of Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. He is my personal YouTube DJ. And if you guys are not aware of who he is, please give him a follow. Maybe his wife, Karen G, would drop his link in the chat. He has an excellent YouTube channel. It's called Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings, and he plays vinyl. Everything from oldies to newer music, everything in between. And if you guys do love music, like I know you do, I know we all do, you definitely want to follow him, because he is our virtual YouTube DJ. So Gavin, I know you're in the mid 7s right now. We're going to get you to 8 very soon. So please give Gavin of Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings a follow. We'd greatly appreciate it. We got Cheryl here with us tonight. How are you, Cheryl? So good to see you in the chat. There's the one, the only Mama Pam. Missing you already, Mama Pam, and thank you again for all those cookies and all those treats. We all appreciate it, and the hard work that goes into it. So we got Paula here with us. How are you, Paula? So good to see you. See who else is here with us tonight. There she is. There's our official mod and bid ender. Please familiarize yourself with the little avatar right there. It's the little Daisy. She's the one that you're going to have to learn the lag so that you can get those bids in before she closes the auction and calls a bid end. So we have Elaine with us tonight. How are you, Elaine? So good to see you. Let's see who else is here with us tonight. There's Karen Kennedy. How are you, Karen Kennedy? So good to see you. There's the lovely Leslie Newquest. How are you? There is my mother in the chat. How are you, Mom? Good to see you. Happy Monday night, everybody. Linda Tilford's here with us. How are you, Linda? We have the very Laura and Mary Beth of Fatbird Finds here with us. How are you, ladies? Good to see you. We got Don't You Know in the chat. So good to see you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. There's our Instagram friend, John, the one, the only, also a Valentino. Everyday Holiday Displays. Please give him a follow over on Instagram. We'd greatly appreciate. If you guys need any decorating hints or ideas, that's the account you need to follow over there. So we got Dawn with us tonight. How are you? There's our New Jersey friend, Blythe. How are you? So good to see you, Blythe. See who else is here with us tonight. Keep on scrolling down here. There's my other half, Tina of Mother Tuckers. How are you? There's Trina. Good to see you, Trina. I see we got Chris with us. How are you of My Broom Closet? So good to see you, Trina. Gang, if you want to have a shout out, please say hello. We're going to move through very quickly. We got Mars Anderson with us. So good to see you. All our friends are here tonight. We got Sandy, of course, still road tripping of My Flipping Van Life. If by chance you're not following her over on Whatnot, it's a must. Go make an account if you don't have one, whatever it takes. Make sure you're following her, and she has accounts across the board. So you can find her here on YouTube, and you can find her over on Instagram as well. So make sure you're following Sandy of My Flipping Van Life. So Beth is here with us. How are you, Beth? Dawn Steelman, so good to see you guys. Like I said earlier, I feel like it's been forever. There's our friend Brad. How are you, Brad? There's a fellow vamper with us. We got Desert Gal in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Another vamp person. We got our friend Taylor with us. Make sure you're following her as well. Make sure you guys are also a subscribed buyer over there. Make sure you're a registered buyer over there on Vamp. We are all selling over on Vamp. It's great for static sales, and soon some more live sales are going to pop up over there. So guys, make sure you head over there and give Vamp a follow. It's a must. It's the future to find some really good vintage. Let me tell you, it is right now, and it's going to get even better as it grows. So we got Spark Joy in Life. So good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Trina's in the house with us. There is Deanna. How are you of Northwest Sunshine? She's our backup mod for tonight. So if Karen needs a break or needs help with anything, Deanna is going to assist us. Let's see who else is here with us. Aunt Kiki. So good to see you, Aunt Kiki. There's our friend Lisa Green. How are you, Lisa? So good to see you. Guys, it's been forever. There's Wanda. How are you, Wanda? Meow, meow. And those pictures, Wanda, I'm so happy that cookie jar made it to its new home. It's looking good, looking good. See who else is here with us tonight. We got Gina with us. We got Weirna with us. Spanning the globe, we are spanning that globe. We got Simply Shenanigans. How are you? And I think she's a new vamp seller.
Yeah, she is. Just added on Friday. Yeah.
Welcome. Make sure you get over there because I know my Simply Shenanigans, there's going to be some good holiday put out there. So I just know it. I got that feeling. So we got Mary here with us. How are you, Mary? So good to see you guys tonight. We're going to pick it up here because we want to get the sales started, get things moving. I seeing a lot of repeat names. I don't know if I'm missing anybody yet. If I'm missing you, I'm so sorry. We're going to get down here to the bottom. I see My Flea Market Treasures. How are you? So good to see you. See who else is here with us tonight. There's Mix Mom. We're not going to miss you. We got Rosie Clover. How are you? We got Pitty Pat's Pickin' in the house. Good to see you, Pitty Pat's Pickin'. I see Shannon's with us. There she is. There's Pat Robinson. So good to see you. That smile always makes me smile. So good to see you tonight. See who else is here with us. I see Janet with us tonight. Bill, did I miss anybody? Am I passing anybody up?
Keep going.
Cynthia. I see you, Cynthia. How are you? Keep on going here. Hello, hello, hello. I see Sherry. There's Big Paul Vintage representing Carlisle. How are you? Cynthia. Debbie Gutierrez. Michael tried. Jimmy, he tried. He gave up. Debbie, he literally gave up and said, Jason, there's no way I can teach you this. So we moved on. There's our friend all the way from across the seas. How are you, Heidi? So good to see you. And Bill, I feel like I'm missing something or somebody. There's Martina. Who else is here with us all the way down here at the bottom? I'm trying to go slow. We got Lillian. I see you, Lillian. You're right there. Who else? Did I miss anybody, Bill? I see Buttermilk and Cream. How are you? So good to see you. Keep going down here all the way. Oh, there's Matthew. Good to see you. We missed you again, Matthew, although you were there.
Matthew, the fairgrounds are a big, confusing place. What can I say? Like
they are. And
one day we'll run into each other.
And we were walking around all day looking for the corn dogs for Amy. So you know, we
Yeah,
were
and
just
literally we didn't find them till almost 4:30. So you know
This is
how that
true.
goes. Yeah.
This is true. And gang, if I missed anybody in the chat, we did not do it intentionally. We just need to get on with the sale. We want to show you guys some good vintage tonight. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Bill, who's going to explain to us how it's going to go. Then we'll explain to you how we invoice and bill you guys. And then we're going to hop into the sale and sell you guys 10 great rounds each of some great vintage. So Mr. Bill, how's this going to work here tonight?
Well, I'm just going to say thank you, everyone. I see your notes in there about your deliveries arriving safely and your emails. Thank you for letting us know. All three of us will go ahead and check on that stuff after the sale. So we appreciate knowing that your things arrive safely. That's really nice. So about the sale, we are going to do 10 rounds tonight of a lot of things actually that we brought back with us. So it's going to be really fun because this is kind of an unboxing sale. We're going to show you things that we have just recently acquired. So first thing to know is the chat. If you are new to a YouTube sale, everything that we do, the conversation and the bidding happens in the chat. You want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat possible. So at the top of your screen, you want to make sure you're either in live messages or all messages, or if you're on an Apple product, you want to be in live messages, all messages, or live chat, all messages. If you see it that it says top chat or top messages, you want to toggle out of that. You may have some of the chat filtered if you're in that setting. Another thing you want to do is you want to beat the lag. So you want to refresh often, particularly if you are a chatter or a bidder or both. And the way that you do that is you close YouTube, you reopen YouTube, you click back on the sale, and you make sure, again, you're in live chat or top chat, all messages. One of those versions. You just don't want to be in top messages. You also want to make sure that little red bar is all the way across the bottom. We invite you to be involved. We met a lot of you in Springfield, and some of you told us that you're in the sales, but you typically don't comment. We would love for you just to let us know you're here so we could say hi to you. It was lovely to meet so many of you. And I hope there weren't those of you who saw us and just decided not to come up and say hi, because we were super happy about doing that.
If you guys are hesitant to like stop us if we're like out shopping, or you know you're afraid to say something, please say something. I had at least 2 people come up to me and say like, "Oh, I know you're busy. I don't want to." No, please say hi.
Please.
And they were both lurkers too. So we love the lurkers, but definitely say hi to us. We like that.
Definitely say hi. I want to see what's in your basket. That's what I do when people come up and say hi. I check out what's in their basket.
I know.
If you have any questions during the sale, our moderators will be happy to answer them. But if you need to get our attention, if there's a question you want to ask one of us, if you put it in all caps, we're much more likely to see it. So that would be fantastic. So we do have an offer up auction style sale tonight. As I said, 10 rounds and no quick claims tonight, no lightning rounds tonight, because we're going to try to get to bed relatively early. And here's how it works. We're going to show an item. We're going to go one by one. We're going to say what the start price is, and Jason's going to pin it right where our names are now. And then bidding can occur in the chat in $1 increments starting at that start price. We are going to describe the item. We're going to tell you anything we know about it. We always invite you to tell us anything you know about it. We love learning from you because this is a knowledgeable group of people that attend these sales. And we're going to describe any condition issues that you may need to know. Again, we are selling vintage items, previously used and hopefully well-loved items. We do our best to bring items that are in the best condition possible, but some vintage that has a future and it still has a lot of love in it may have a few issues, and we want to talk about that so you can make a good purchasing decision for yourself. Once the bidding is continued for a little bit of time and we've described everything we need to describe, we will start a countdown. We'll start with a 15-second countdown. At the end of that countdown, we will say bid end. At that point, our official bid ender, Karen Gillette, will type the words bid end into the chat. The last and highest bid before that bid end will receive the item for that amount. Now, some of you may be here because you saw a particular item in our preview, or we're going to show something that you didn't know we were bringing that you absolutely love, and you might want to get your best chance to grab that item. So we actually offer an option called just in case. And a just in case bid is your opportunity to tell us what that maximum amount you would be willing to spend on an item that you really want to try to get. So what you would do is you would type in the letters JIC with the maximum amount you'd be willing to spend. If you have the highest just in case before the bid end, we will bid you up $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest just in case, whichever one is higher. So you may not be spending the $75 just in case that you bid. If the next highest bid was $45, we would just bid you up to $46, and that item would go to you. Now, a couple things to know about the just in case. It should only be used during the countdown.
Sorry, Bill.
That's all right. Please only put a JIC bid in during the countdown, and only if you've been an active bidder prior to the use of the just in case. So you need to have actually one actual bid in before you use the just in case. If you make a mistake and you forget to do that, we're gonna go to the person who is next on list. But people make mistakes. It can be confusing. You will likely see the just in case in action tonight. So if you're new to that, you can just watch how it works. And we just like to remind you that a bid is a commitment to pay. If you do decide you're going to bid, we welcome that. We want people to get the vintage that they want, but we also do need to have an exchange of money for that item. And speaking about that, we will need some information from you in order to bill you. We all use PayPal to bill exclusively. We only use PayPal, and we need these four pieces of information from you. We need your YouTube screen name and your real name, your shipping address, and an email address that we can send an invoice to. Now, you do not need to have a PayPal account in order to pay through PayPal. The link that we send you to that email address that you supply to us, you will be able to click on it, and you can choose to check out as a guest. That's absolutely your option. All you need to do is give PayPal your mailing address so we know where to ship it to, and a form of payment. It's absolutely fine. You don't need PayPal. It's not confusing. It's actually pretty simple. We also all use a service called Pirate Ship, and Pirate Ship is an online shipping service for resellers like us that allow you to get deep discounts on shipping. And just to give you an example, I took a package to the post office last week where the shipping through Pirate Ship was $7.95. I forgot to put the label on the package. It was in my shipping room. When I got to the post office, I didn't want the person to have to wait the whole weekend, so I went ahead and bought a label there. That $7.95 label from Pirate Ship was $12 at the post office. That just gives you a sense of the discounts we're able to get through Pirate Ship. We will be invoicing at various times this week. We'll each go over that, but we do appreciate payment promptly in 24 to 48 hours. So I think that's everything. My name's Bill, Garden Guy Bill. I ship from northern New Jersey. It's important for many of you to know where we're shipping from so you can think about what those shipping costs might be. I will be invoicing tomorrow morning, probably tonight after the sale, but tomorrow morning I'm going to get them out quickly, unless of course you want an open box, because I do have another sale on Thursday this week. Just let me know. And I ship to the US, and all three of us ship to the US and Canada only. Amy?
Hello, Ariana. We miss you too.
We do.
Miss you too.
We do.
Hugs through the screen. Hello, everybody. I am ENAMOR AMIE. I ship from Michigan. I will be doing my packing and shipping this week on Thursday. I'll be combining any purchases made Wednesday from Fantastic Finds. If you purchase tonight and then you come back on Wednesday at 8 o'clock for Fantastic Finds, you purchase anything there, I'll combine ship for you. So Thursday is when I'll be invoicing. I also only ship to the US and Canada.
All right. I'm Jason, Mother Tucker's Antiques. I ship out of the Keystone State, which is Pennsylvania. I will be doing all of my packing and invoicing on Saturday. So just like Amy, if you come to our Wednesday night sale and you do purchase from us over there, or each one of us separately, we will be able to combine that for you. I also offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. Sometimes I forget to say this, gang. I do have a brick and mortar. We have about 40 active dealers. So if you are in the central Pennsylvania area, we are about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. Please come check out my store. I'm part of Antiques Capital USA, Adamstown, Pennsylvania. Once you leave my shop with my great dealers, you can head off to a lot of other shops in the area. So if you guys want to do pickup at the store, that's okay. In that email, just let us know. We will not bill you for the shipping. We'll just invoice you for the item. Then once the invoice is paid, we'll have communications on getting stuff up to the store. I think that's pretty much it. There's a few other people that did jump in we want to say hello to. So hello, Ariana. We do all miss you so much. Hello, Vintage Potential. Great to see you here tonight. Hello, Glowy Girl. How are you? Good to see you. Hope I didn't forget anybody. Yes. Hello, Karen Marshall. How are you? It's so good to see you. We missed you in the chat a moment ago, but we want to say hello to you. How are you? It's so good to see you. We're happy you are in the chat. There you are.
Michael from Virginia.
Yes. Yes.
I looked into her basket. I liked what I saw.
Yes. 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 So how are you? And I think that's everybody, guys. If we forgot you, I'm so sorry. I promise we'll get you on the next go round. We need to get started with the sale. There's Mary Beth. How are you? It's so good to see you. So, Bill, do you mind starting us off? So we're going to go Bill, Amy, myself, repeat, and we'll just keep going. So.
Sure will. I also just want to shout out to Katie, Berkeley Girl, one of the new vamp sellers that was added last week. Welcome. She's doing her first listings tonight. Hey, if you're not all a member over on the Virtual Antique Marketplace, please consider doing so. There are a bunch of vamp sellers in the chat right now. So if you are a vamp seller, feel free. Beth C. Vintage joined us last week. If you're a vamp seller, please feel free to put that information in the chat so we all know who you are.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if anyone could put a link to Vamp in our chat, that would be awesome, too. If someone could do that for us. So throughout the sale, if you guys can go over register to become a buyer over there to find some goodies, please do it. All right, Bill.
I'm going to start out at $8, Jason. I found a really cool thing. So I'm bringing tonight a mixture of glass, pottery, and kitsch. Pretty much even mixture of those things, of things I found on my trip. And my sunburn, if you can all see that.
Yeah, we all got that.
I found this awesome little tin piggy bank. And Jason and I, it was like a theme in one of the stores we went to. We kept seeing the same piggy bank that both he and I had when we were kids, but it wasn't this one. This is a cool little piggy bank called the Daily Dime. And it's got this pig on the front. I've never seen it before. But what you do is every day you put a dime in the top, and the dial on the inside, which I do not know if it works anymore, but the dial on the inside would move to the next day and calculate the amount that is in your piggy bank.
Wow.
And then the back says, once the front says $5, you push this in to get your dimes out.
Oh my God, Bill. I've never seen one of these.
I've never seen that before either.
Oh, it's super cool, isn't it? And it's tiny. I mean, it's not tiny, but it'd be great for a display. This little bank is 2.5 by 2.5 inches tall. And just the graphic itself with these orange flowers, I love it, is well worth it.
Yes.
But just really cool how they used to be able to be so creative with things that weren't plugged in. I mean, this didn't need to be plugged in. And it worked just fine. At the top, it says insert dime here. And it's made by the Callan Manufacturing Corporation.
Can it hang on the wall, Bill? I don't think these hang on the wall.
There is a little grommet here. You probably could hang a finishing nail, put a finishing nail into the center of it. I don't know. There also seems to be in the pig's mouth a keyhole. I'm not sure what that keyhole would be for. Actually, I just figured it out. That hole is for you to be able to push this back in after you empty it. So you would put something through that hole to reseal it at the end. And it has patina, but some paint loss, but it's in good condition for one of these old tins.
It is. And Bill, Ariana says she has one of these. She has
it's funny when I found this.
Really?
One of the things Ariana told me is she loves to find things that you can't Google image. And when I saw this, I was like, I bet this is like Ariana's vibe. I bet it is. All right. Thanks, everyone, for your interest in this. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get your bid in. And if there are any active bidders who want to use it just in case, that would be fine. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
This is so kitschy good.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering if there's other animals or pictures, or is there one for nickels and pennies and
Right.
quarters?
Right.
Right.
I mean,
I
this
know
was
there
from a time where a dime was apparently a big deal.
Yeah, there was a whole series of these tin dime banks. That was a big deal. So I don't know if they did other coins.
They would have
Thank
to
you,
be
Karen.
bigger for, more
Right.
coins or bigger coins.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Karen Gillette, for our first bid end of the evening. Pamela had a bid of 27. Ruthie came in with a just in case of 29. So, Ruthie, my dear, this is yours for $28. Congratulations.
All right there, Miss
Congratulations,
Amy.
Ruthie. All right, $16, Jason.
All right.
All right, so if you guys didn't hear Misty of Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter, she's planning on doing a deep dive on these little gals. And I had never come across one in the wild before. So this is my first one. So this is a Nancy Ann storybook doll. And she does date to the 1940s. She is bisque. They did do later on, they did after the 1940s, they did start doing these guys in kind of a harder plastic. But she is bisque, and she does have articulated arms that are kind of on that rubberized string. So you can kind of pose her a little bit. But do keep in mind that she is delicate. And with that being said, when I was cleaning her, I did notice that there is a little repair chip on the foot and the shoe there. It blends in pretty well, but it is there. She does still stand very well. You can see there is a little line on the bottom of the shoe, and that's how I kind of initially discovered it. So they do all have a name. There's certain series for these dolls. So she is number 109, and she is from the Mother Goose series, and this is Little Betty Blue. Little Betty Blue with her holiday shoe is the nursery rhyme for that one. And so the Nancy Abbott bisque storybook dolls were made, the bisque ones were made from 1936 to 1947, and then they started switching into the plastic ones. Now, so she has a felt little hat with a little millinery flowers still intact there on her hat. She has really nice hair with the pin curls still in there. She's got a flowery little dress with the rickrack trim, and it is just tied on the back. And she's also wearing some little pantaloons underneath her dress there. And I'm not sure this is going to pick up on camera, but it is molded in there. It says Nancy. It says Nancy Storybook Dolls on the back, kind of molded into her, very tiny font in there. So she is fully bisque. So the legs are not jointed. Those are just in position. You can get her to stand, but she will need to lean a little bit. And they do make little doll stands that will fit these. So you could get them to stand up and kind of pose around if you wanted to. But her face is in really lovely shape. The painting, she has tiny little eyelashes, cute little pouty mouth, really, really cute. So I'm going to be looking for more of these. I really like them. I think they're just little and they could pop into a display and fill some of those smaller spaces for things as opposed to a bigger dolly. So I don't know, Carol. I'm not sure. She has a whole collection of these in her living room. And when I was there, I did take a picture and videotape them, but I'm not sure if she has this one. And they did another variation of the same one with red hair. So there are a couple different variations of some of the ones in the storybook series. So she does measure 5.5 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide. So that's the sizing there. She's just a little gal. All right. So I see Debbie is in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. I am going to count her down. Don't forget those just in cases. It doesn't seem like the lag is super bad right now, but definitely don't wait to put those in. All right. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Amy, she's adorable. Her hair with those curls are in
so
good condition.
And that they stayed that way so long.
Not all frayed
It
out.
doesn't look like she has any fading on her hat or anything.
No.
Right.
And the millinery flowers, like
Yeah.
all the little stems and everything are still intact. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. So Glowy Girl had a 21, but Susan came in there with a just in case of 25. So for 22, Susan, she is coming your way. Thank you so much.
Gang, one quickly reminder before I start my item, please make sure you're subscribed to everybody on the screen. Make sure you're subscribed to Garden Guy Bill, along with ENAMOR Amie. Links to both of their YouTube channels are right down below in the description. All you got to do is click on it, go over and click subscribe. You'll be notified when they go live or when they drop some content. So please make sure you're following both of my friends here on the screen and along with me here at Mother Tucker's. So my first round, we're going to start out slow, $5 each. And I have some A-series golden books, and I'll explain to you guys what that means if you guys aren't familiar with it. But these are older ones. These are from 1953. They are in very good used condition. So just $5 each for an A-series golden book is good. And I'm so anxious to be able to offer these that there's no pencil writing in them. There's no wear to them. I shouldn't say there's no wear. There's no writing into them, so no little youngsters wrote in them. Minimal wear from using. So the typical size of a golden book is about 6 3/4 inches wide by 8 inches across. So these are going to be your two to choose from. So thank you, Glowy Girl. I'll show them to you, then I'll quickly explain to you what I mean when I say that they're an A series, and then we'll do a countdown. So your first one I'm going to show you from 1953 is Puss in Boots. I'm sure you guys all know this story. There is not writing here. That is part of the graphic. I think the Puss in Boots would be great as a background, especially with a black kitty cat heading into Halloween. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with the Puss in Boots story. There is no barcode, of course, on the back because it is from 1953. On the inside, it is not signed to anybody. So the inside page is bare without any little kiddos' names in there. I will admit, though, some of these books, when there's a little inscription in here, we're going to get to the Beaver's secrets in just a minute. And nobody can beat a good Puss in Boots book, nor a beaver with a secret. So I'm not going to actually tell you what the secret is. You guys might have to buy it to find out what the true secret is, but I think you're going to figure it out. So the inside is not signed at all. The pictures are in very good condition. There might be some little tiny creases up here, at the corner of the pages, but that's about it. So if you guys are not familiar with what I say when it's an A series, this one I'll be able to show you. You can see there is a little A right here. There's a little A right there in the spine of the book. And between the 1940s and the 1970s, every time a little golden book was released, the first pressing or the first printing of it received an A, then the second was a B, C, so on and so forth. So then you would equate the initial to, of course, the number of the alphabet, and that's how you would know the printing of it. So since this is an A book in the spine, this was the first year. This was printed by the Golden Book Company, and this one's from 53. So there is that. You can even see the back's in really good. The spine's in overall good condition. So your second one, we have Danny Beaver's Secret. There's a little wear right here to the bottom of the book, but he is from 1953 as well. He is a painter. He was a little painter, Mr. Beaver. I'll show you that he was an A series as well right here. If it wants to show right there in that spine, you can just sort of make out an A. Pretty much what happens is he, and along with a whole bunch of critters in the forest, suffered through a very hot summer, and he wanted to do something special for everybody. So we all know that beavers build dams. He may have built them a little watering hole of sorts. Do you know what I mean? So all the little critters, from the little rabbit in the neighborhood and everybody else, had a nice cool place to kind of cool off. So there's little Pussycat herself, so on and so forth. He kept little secrets, but you're actually going to have to read the book to know how everything goes down. And then in the end, you can see Mr. Beaver right there. No longer has a secret. He's in a nice cool pond. So we're in at 5 right now with Glowy Girl. We're looking for 6 or more. Hello, Mr. Sugar Britches. So good to see you. Again, it's going to be on choice on the A series golden books. If you guys are into collecting these or wanting hand-me-downs, these are probably the best ones to start with because these are the first run. So 6 or more, we're going to count it down. It's on choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Guys, I did sit here today and ponder how I was going to handle Puss in Boots, how I was going to handle Danny Beaver's Secret, and I think I kept it very G-rated.
You got a B+, Jason. You got a B+.
Thank you, Bill. And right before that bid end, don't forget those just in cases, guys. Jill, you got in right before that bid end. So, Jill, let me know if you want Puss or Beaver. Did I still keep the B?
No.
Let me know if you want Puss or Beaver, Jill, and then Glowy Girl, you'll get whatever remains. So I'll watch the chat, Jill. Just put in Beaver or Puss, and we'll keep both. All right, Jill. Congratulations. All right, sir.
Yeah, we'll talk about whether or not it ends up being a C or a C-. We'll talk.
I think you're going to need some extra credit, Jason.
All right. I'm going to have to stay after class.
All right. I have $12 for choice, Jason, and I found 3 of these. I think they're amazing because for me, it takes something that we see a lot and then you see a whole nother aspect of it. Anyway, I found 3 of these awesome little milk glass bud vases, but they are the most swung bud vases I have ever seen. They actually have mouths with fingers on them. And what's really remarkable about them is that the pattern, which Jason actually helped me identify, it's called Old Virginia. The pattern, when they pulled the vase, the pattern itself is pulled as well. So if you can see on the base of the vase, it's getting blown out by my light. Let me see if I can turn my light around. The pattern on the base of the vase is the Old Virginia pattern. There you can see it really cool. It's like a diamond with a sunburst around it. It's an unusual pattern. And then up on the vase, it's like a floral with a diamond. And then that floral piece gets pulled up into the vase, which is so cool. And each one of the 3 vases, which are super squat, they're 7.25 inches tall. Each one of them has a bit of a different mouth. I didn't want to assume someone would want all 3, but if someone did want all 3, you have a variety of mouths. You have this one that's really open and looks like a flower. Then you have this one that's a lot more circular. And then you have one of those flat ones too. And I love the idea that you can have, first of all, you can tuck these into, if you already have some milk glass, you can tuck them in for some height. A lot of the milk glass swung vases are most of them are much, much taller than this. These are nice little short ones that can be used as bud vases, but they are truly mini swung vases. So, so cute.
It's the small ones that you seem to have a harder time finding, especially if you're going to scale them and tuck them in front of your larger different vases. These small ones, when you need them, you never can find them. And now you got 3 that you can pop in your display. Also,
and they're not like the typical Avon or Westmoreland bud vases that are just, the ones you can find for $1.99 at any thrift store. These are actually pulled, sculpted, swung vases. So, so pretty.
The mouths are so good. And these would be great going. Could you imagine putting these on the table in a trio at a Christmas? For Christmas or Thanksgiving, putting in some orange flowers for Thanksgiving and some red ones for Christmas. This would look so classy on your holiday table.
Agree. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. I'm going to hold them up during the countdown so that anyone who's bidding can get a sense of the different shapes of the mouths. So if you're going to make a choice, you'll know which one to choose. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
This is such a collectible pattern too. And it's not easy to find.
Yeah, and again, they're no 2 are alike. If you buy a Westmoreland or an Avon, milk glass bud vase, they're all the same. These are all individually made, so really cool. Thank you for that bid end, Karen. It looks like Shannon had the highest bid at 13 before the bid end. Shannon, I'm just going to call these A, B, and C. You can just let me know which ones you would like. And then Jill, I'm going to keep holding them up until we see what Shannon wants. You want to see the bottoms. Oh, I didn't even tell you they were Fenton, did I?
No, you did. No, You said they were Fenton. I don't know if you said they were stamped Fenton.
Yeah, they are all stamped Fenton on the bottom.
And meanwhile, while you show those, Bill, Gail, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you go down into the description, you'll see it in blue for Enamor Amy or Garden Guy Bill. Also, people will be dropping it. Our mods will be dropping it in the chat. It'll be in blue. All you have to do is click on it. It'll take you to a little pop-up screen, and you can click subscribe, Gail. And thank you and welcome. She wants B.
So Shannon wants B. So Jill, if you wanted either A or C, just let me know in the chat, and I'll hold them up while Amy goes, just until we get to see if there's anything you want here.
All right.
Jill's going to take A. Thank you. Perfect.
Right.
All right.
Oh, she wants A, Bill.
Yep, got it.
Okay. All right, 16, Jason.
You got it, Amy.
All right. I did bring some salt and pepper shakers tonight, and there are some of the hardest to find animals in vintage. And I happen to have 2 vintage things tonight that are foxes. So cute. So these are not from Springfield. I actually found these on my way home yesterday. Still in Ohio, but on my way home. But little foxy shakers. I was just talking, I can't remember who I was talking to in Springfield, but we were talking about like animals, and I was like, you never see fox stuff. And lo and behold, I found some. So these are salt and pepper shakers, and they are made by Victoria Ceramics, Japan. So they are, these do date to the 60s, these little foxy guys. And I will say they're in relatively good shape. There's lots of possibilities for flea bites and things. The only thing that I could find was on the very tip of the tail here is a tiny little flea bite. I could feel it. My nail just kind of gets caught on it. It's not really noticeable at all. The glaze on these is really, really lovely. I love the detailing on the face.
So snarky. They're so snarky, Amy. I love it.
They are. They're kind of snooty foxes a little bit, I think. They have a little bit of attitude. I like this one. I like the pose on this one. This one's more of a traditional kind of pose, but I like this one that's kind of reared up on its little hind paws. I think it's really, really cute. There's a little bit of crazing, but it's not super major. I think these were very well taken care of. They both do have cork stoppers present there on the bottom, and both of them do have a foil sticker present as well. So measurement for these guys is 3.5 by 2 3/4. So 3.5 sizing there. We're back to comparing things to our head, of course.
Yes.
So right now I see Debbie is in at 16. Thank you so much, Debbie. So we're looking for 17 or more on these guys. And just so you get a little sneak peek for the next round, I did find this at Springfield. Yes. So that's kind of why I brought them tonight, because they kind of look cute together. All right, so we're going to count these foxies down. Don't forget that just in case, Debbie, in case somebody sneaks in there at the end, we're going to count these down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
These are so good. Oh, that one. He is so sweet, and the other one's kind of got an attitude, kind of giving the dish, you know? He's like,
quite the pairing, for sure. Quite the pairing.
It's kind of like some people I know.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Bill.
All right, there's a bid end from Karen. So Gail had an 18, but Debbie came back in there with a 19. So Debbie, these are coming to you. Thank you so much.
And some more of our friends popped in. We want to say hello to Peggy, Tirza, Steele. How are you guys? And hello, Gail. We're so happy you're new here tonight. And if you just want to go ahead and email us your info ahead of time, feel free to do so. All of our emails are pinned at the top of the chat. So, all right, let me get myself queued up here if it wants to work. It's going to be $14 choice. And I have some September Angels. Hello, Karen. How are you? So good to see you. It's going to be $14 choice, and they are September Angels, okay? They're in very good condition. Minimal cold paint wear, no chips, no cracks, barely even any crazing. So this is your first one to choose from. These actually, we didn't get in Ohio. These came out of our collection. I'm a September birthday. Tina's a May, and we're downsizing some of our September ones. So this one is the first choice at 14. It still has what's left of the foil NAPCO sticker on the bottom. There's no issue to the wings at all. Like I said, very little to no crazing. The only wear, and that's actually how they painted the apple. I've seen other examples, but I think there's a little paint wear there in the back to that apple. So she has spaghetti detailing down here on the bottom. The September is in gold. No wear to that. The book is still intact, even with the 2 + 2 is 4. And she is, of course, part of that series. There's no issue to the halo, maybe a little gold paint wear to that. And she comes in with a measurement of 4. She comes in at a measurement of 4.5 inches tall. So she's 4.5 inches tall. She's your first one. She's getting a little blown out in the color. So let me get up close here. Just $14 choice on the NAPCO September Girl Angel. Great if you guys do a back to school display. So that was your first one. Your second one is a little harder to find. She's part of the smaller Lefton series. So she comes in at 4 inches tall. There's no damage to her flower. A lot of times these little flowers, of course, you can see how they, are raised up. They usually get chipped or broken off. You can see what's left of the outline of the Lefton sticker, and she's the series 1323, and she's a little smaller. They made larger ones and a smaller one, and she's the smaller series of them. Usually these are known that the pigtails get damaged on them. There's no issue on that. So just $14. There's no damage at all to the back wings. Super cute. I think they look really good together. Thank you, Shannon. I see you for 15. So again, it's on choice on the Lefton September Girl Angel or your NAPCO one. We all love the NAPCO ones, and this one you don't see that often. She, of course, is eyes closed. And then she is just singing away. I always like to pretend she's singing away with her eyes open. And I love those eyelashes in the Lefton detailing. So we're going to hold them both up. We're going to do a countdown. We are looking for 16 or more on the choice of the September Angels. We are doing just in case. So if you want to use a just in case, you got to be an active bidder. So we're going to go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The NAPCO one also has some yellow detailing down here at the bottom, sort of near, right here around the front. You can see as well. So I see your just in case, Shannon. She was the first one in with a just in case. Annie had a just in case of 20. There's our bid end. So in the case of a just in case that are the same, the first one that comes in wins at the just in case. So at 20, Shannon, let me know. If you want, we'll just make it easy. This one's going to be the small one, which is the Lefton one. And the NAPCO one is your larger one. So just let me know if you want the large or the small. You can definitely take both. Annie, you'll have backup at 20. So if you guys just watch each other here in the chat, let me know if there'll be any left. You can take them both. So Shannon, let me know if you're interested in the large one, which is the NAPCO one, or the small one is your Lefton one. We'll just give a moment for, okay, got you for the smaller one. And then it looks like Annie, Bill, and you just freaked me out. Annie, you could have the NAPCO one if you're interested in that. I'll show it to you again real quick, and I can watch the chat. So Annie, you can have that one. If you're interested, just put yes. If not, we'll bring it back during the recap. All right, Mr. Bill.
It's not my fault, Jason. Powdered Donut brought it up in the chat. So I had to show Helga one more time. Karen, thank you for your purchase today. You're going to love that ice bucket. I'm going to get it out in the mail tomorrow.
Powdered Donut, like Bill had that thing buckled in his back seat when it was getting dark out the other night, and her eyes were kind of glowing. So I don't know what's going on there.
And Bill, hey, real quick, Annie, I don't know if we've worked together. If we have, and I forgot, I'm sorry. But if you're the first time purchasing tonight or the first time from other Tuckers, awesome. Just email me at the email, which is pinned at the top. I'll need your information, and we'll get you invoiced on Saturday. All right, Mr. Bill.
$15, Jason. As I said earlier, I found a lot of kitsch, glass, and pottery. So I'm kind of rotating rounds, and I'm super excited to bring this piece tonight. I have it already, so when I saw it and I knew I could bring it for somebody else, this is one of the most amazing planters that I own. It is Red Wing California pottery, and it is beautiful. It is in great condition. It is this beautiful yellow speckled glaze on it. The only thing of note is that there is a pop in the glaze right here at the end. This is either a piece that didn't get glazed over, or there was a bubble underneath the surface and it popped at some point. So please know that that's there, just so you can see it. But it is amazing. This is one of Red Wing's two tones. So that's the line that this is from. It's a color on the outside and then a different color on the inside. So pretty. It is one of the featured vases in the catalog that I have. And one of the sort of selling points is that no side is like another side. It is just super, 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 super cool. Yeah, so that's what, Jana, that's what the finish looks like. It's actually very similar to the finish of the McCoy planter that I brought last week, the green speckled one. Has this kind of very beautiful speckled finish on it.
You know, Bill, the speckle reminds me of cinnamon on the glass when you're done drinking your eggnog. That's what that speckling reminds me.
Because that's where your mind always goes.
2 weeks in a row.
Yep. But just look at this amazing shape that it gives you. I have a plant in mine. I have a trailing plant in it because I love the way it actually spills over all three of these little swoops here, and it just looks so cool. And as you can see, none of them are at the same height. They're all at a different height, and there are no straight lines on this. This is like a piece of art. And what I love about it is while it's vintage Red Wing pottery, it looks modern as well. I mean, this could be something that you even if you don't have a vintage display, which I know everyone here does, but if you don't, this would look really great in a modern sort of setting as well.
I see atomic. I see very 1950s space age Jetsons kind of stuff. So good.
No, I don't think Red Wing sold glass, but what they did, it's a pottery company, but what they did do, and there are pieces that coordinate somewhat to this, is later on in years, they started making dinnerware and servingware. And I actually have some beautiful Red Wing platters. So when the sort of art pottery movement ended for a lot of the smaller companies, because it is one of the smaller pottery companies, they started going into dinnerware. And there are several beautiful sets of dinnerware that Red Wing made. Yes, Minnesota. You're correct. I said California, didn't I? It is Minnesota.
So good, Bill. And this is a different color. I don't see a lot of yellow pottery by Red Wing.
Yes, and also, so if you're familiar with the pottery company Rumrill, they were related companies, and so that's when we started seeing a lot of the glaze colors sort of crossing over between the two companies. So this is definitely a 50s, 60s design and color palette. So I see that Jana is in, and Tracy just came in with a 16. I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. I'm just making sure I didn't meet. Oh. Anytime you find pottery in somebody's attic, Taylor, that's a good day. I love it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. We're looking for 19 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just look at this one side. How amazing is that?
I think Red Wing did a lot of risky things back in the day and a lot of cutting edge stuff that other potters weren't going to do.
And this, for pottery people, this is not an easy thing to achieve because the ceramic tends to fold in on itself. Mm-hmm. So to get a piece that would stay like this is pretty amazing. So thank you for the bid end, Karen. The highest bid before the bid end was Jana. Jana, this is yours for $21. Thank you so much.
So good. Oh, I love it, Bill. I love it. All right, Amy.
$12, Jason.
Got it.
All right, you already got a little sneaky peek of this, but oh my goodness, this was a Springfield, Ohio find. You guys know I love to look for the unique books or really cute ones. I had never seen this one before, and probably I've never seen this one before because it is made in England. It is made by Bremax Books, printed in England. And I will show you that when we get in the inside. But the best of friends, look at the cute little foxy giving a little kiss on the head of the bunny and the little birdie. Really, really cute. This is a hardcover book, and it does date to 1970. And there's actually 2 stories in here. It's not just the fox story. There is another one in here. So the fox one is Freddie, The Adventures of the Brave Little Fox. And you can see published by Bremex Books out of London. And oh my gosh, the illustrations in here are just ridiculously cute. The mushrooms and the little snail. We've got bunnies. Great displayability, especially if you like foxes. And like I said, I don't see fox stuff very much, but so cute. There are 2 different animal stories in here besides the fox one. So I will not take a lot of time, but I did want to show you some of the cuteness in here. There's a fox running with a little puppy dog. Very cute.
Mary says that he was tasting the bunny.
Tasting the bunny. Well, I don't know. Hassenpfeffer, I'm not, I don't know. I don't know about that. But
it's nature, Amy. It's nature.
Nature. I mean, but it's nice nature.
Yeah.
They like each other. Foxy's not trying to taste the bunny. All right. So I'll skip through the end of the fox. Here's the end of the fox story. Very cute. So then the second story that is in here is Bruno and Minnie. So this is a doggy story.
Oh my God, that dog. Oh my God, Amy, show that dog's face. Oh my God, that is so cute.
Look at that smirk and the eyelashes going on there.
God, that side eye.
If you took dog form, that would be you. All we need is a hat.
I will take that as a high compliment, Amy. Thank you. That's nice.
So this is a cute little story that goes through here. All about, there's a little rescue story that goes throughout the book here. So
tucking in the little one.
Very cute. There's a couple Bruno stories that go in here into the back. So very fun. I'll get to the end for you. There's the end. And no spoilers. I won't spoil it for you, but there's the back cover. And there's the Bremex Books publishing mark there on the back. Very nice condition. All right, so it does measure 8.5 by 11.5. And this book, you won't find it on eBay. You will not find this book. I actually couldn't find it listed anywhere online, and there was only a couple that had sold within the past few years. So it doesn't come around super often, probably because it's from England. So it does date again to 1970. Very nice condition. We're going to count this down. Yes, it is a hard book, Nikki. It is definitely a hardcover book. All right, we're going to count it down. We are looking for 26 or more. Pamela's in at 25, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So cute.
This book in real life is so good.
It's very vibrantly colored. Like all the illustrations are really, really nice in there.
It's like that soft 60s, 70s kind of look.
All right, Nikki, I see your just in case. All right, so Nikki had that just in case right before Karen's bid end. So Nikki's going to take it for 26. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Such a good book. All right, gang. My next item is going to start at $12. And I have a piece of Fenton. It's a little figurine. I'm sure you guys have seen this cat sculpt by Fenton a couple times. They made it, I think, for a decade or two. It's kind of like the bears. Every few decades, or should I say every decade, they change it out. This one is from the 90s. Don't know that I'm going to be able to show it, but right here underneath in the Fenton, there's a little 9. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, in the 80s, in the 90s, they would add a little 8 if it was from the 80s, or a little 9 from the 90s. This, since it is from the 90s, and I was able to find a couple comps on it and a couple examples of it, I believe that this, when they painted it like this in the clear opalescent with these flowers, I believe this is from the 95th anniversary series by Fenton. So Peggy, thank you. I see you for 12. So we're looking for 13 or more. It is a clear cat with opalescent. They really poured in the opalescent on this, so it has almost this opaque kind of milky look to it, which I love. And then they did paint it, so it is hand painted and signed. It has these gorgeous lavender flowers that adorn the back of the cat and adorn it and wrap it around the chest of the cat. Thank you, Lisa. I see you're 13. The kitty cat, and then I'll show you where it's signed. The cat measures about 3.5 inches tall by about 2 3/4 inches wide. So again, if you collect Fenton cats, they have all kinds. They have probably 2 or 3 other sculpts, really known as the large alley cat one. But right behind that is this little, very realistic style cat, and they would have them with little rhinestone necklaces on, and then they would do these different series, and then there would be other ones that were completely, one color. Like I do remember some that were in pink and some that were in the blues. But if you do your research and you buy one, you could do a little rainbow of these. So it is signed down here on the bottom. And I will have to say, this is the first time that I've had, and I did find comps, where the bottom is rough like this. Usually they polish it very clear, but you can faintly see that it does say it's signed by a Fenton artist. So I don't know if it was something that they did in that year or if it was some kind of a defect they were having, but usually the bottom of most Fenton pieces are all clear. Now this is polished, but usually it's just as clear as the rest of the cat. The 2 or 3 that I found like this were like that. So I don't think this is just a mistake. So again, let me get in on the details of the face. You can see the gorgeous opalescent. It almost gives it like a purple kind of hue because the flower color, goes through it. So it's this gorgeous milky, kind of lavenderish, kind of clear cat. So let's go ahead and count it down. It's in very good condition with no chips, no cracks. From the 1990s, I believe this is part of the 95th anniversary that Fenton did when they would hand paint and sign some pieces. So we're looking for 16 or more. We are doing just in case. So we'll go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Meow, meow. Cute little kitty cat. I love these. Don't tell anybody, but I like these better than the little bears. I think these little kitty cats are so cute. So Donnie,
you just hurt the bear's feelings, Jason.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt the bear's feelings, but I do love these little kitty cats, and this one's in really good condition. No scratches either. To the hand painting, there's the bid end. Donnie girl had a just in case of 25, but Peggy got in there with a just in case of 26. So Peggy, it's coming to you. And Lisa, I did see your just in case. That did come in after the bid end. So thank you guys so much. Congrats, Peggy. All right, Bill.
Unmute, Bill.
Oh, you're muted, Bill.
I'm back.
There you go.
$12, Jason. And
Right.
many of you know that Amy, Jason, and I share a rather unhealthy obsession with something. We all love flocking.
Yes.
And I have a little bit of
that could
flocking.
apply to a lot of things, Bill.
Well,
I almost blacked out. I didn't know where we were ending up.
Actually, Jason, I don't know if we ever told you where we went to dinner on the last night.
You did, Bill.
Yeah.
You told me.
Did we tell him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, I have The Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear, a Whitman book from the late 1940s. It was 1940. I think I wrote it down, 1947. And it's got flocking, including the letters on the front page. And it's in really, really good condition. The only condition issue that might be there, although I don't know if it is you do see a line going down the front cover, but I just wonder if it's like a gradient. I'm not sure. It might be some sort of sunwear, or it might just be like, orange, yellow. I don't know. I don't know. But Fuzzy Wuzzy, by the way, did you all see his slippers?
I'm loving him, and I'm loving his belly and the look of him. Like, so good.
And they introduce another character on the front of the book that is going to become an important character later on in the book. This little Buzzy Bee up here. But yeah, so many of the illustrations in the book that include Fuzzy Wuzzy are flocked. He's usually on both pages, and one of the pages has him flocked. So he is flocked here. He's not flocked here. But the book is in super good condition for its age. The staples are good. There aren't any bends to the or major bends to the sides. It's just really, really, really nice.
Colors are very vibrant.
Yeah, I agree, Jason. There's a whole story here with these two little mice and Fuzzy. And then kind of at the end, something happens. And that little bee catches up with Fuzzy. And I love this picture with those little pink starbursts around Fuzzy when he gets bitten by the bee. And then Fuzzy
Bill, he doesn't have an allergic reaction, does he? Now I'm a little scared. I'm a little
No,
nervous.
he just gets really tired. The book says he gets really tired and goes to bed, and his little mouse friends go to bed with him. And their little sheets say FWB for Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear. How cute is that?
Oh my God, he needs an EpiPen. Somebody save Fuzzy Bear, please. Please.
Poor Fuzzy. And it's a good size. It is a square book, 9.75 inches tall and wide. So I'm not going to show you all the illustrations because I think that's for the person who buys it. But again, you see that gradation in color on the back. So I wonder if it was intentional. And then
Bill, what year was it again? Sorry, I just saw Sandra's comment. What year?
1947.
Okay, thank you.
We have that awesome anthropomorphic flower on the back page. Just a really fun book. This is the only piece of ephemera or book I found the entire weekend. This is the only one.
Amazing.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. So right now we'd be looking for 16 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I always say it. These books would be great if you guys would scan the graphics and repurpose them for other things. They're great to frame. They're just awesome books.
And look at the flocking. I should have given you a close up. It's and this is the flocking on the cover. It is really flocking good.
It's flocking fantastic.
It's in the line, Bill.
I just need to say it somehow. So thank you, Karen, for the bid end. Sandra D, this is yours for $16. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, 24, Jason.
All right.
This was another, I don't know. I was trying to think what my favorite thing was that I found at Springfield this time. This is one of the kitschiest things I think I found at the show this time. So this is it is the string swallow little birdie house string holder. How stinking cute is that? So I can't remember where I found this. I think we were almost done for the day, or we were about halfway done. I can't even remember. At a certain point at the fairgrounds, some of the booths all just start blurring together, and you don't remember where you've been, where you haven't been. But this I've never come across in the wild before. I have seen this before, but I've never come across it. And so cute, the little bluebird that is poking out of the house. So I did find some little blue baker's twine to kind of pull out the mouth to give you the idea of what you could use it for. Now you can hang it on the wall. It does have a hole on the backside, but it will sit up if you want to put it on top of a table or your sewing table or something like that. And it is that kind of chalkware composite kind of material, which is usually pretty prone to chipping. Now, I will say that when I originally found it, it did have a little nick out of the end of the leaf here, and I did go ahead and touch that up and blend it in. So it no longer is gleaming white on the end of the leaf, but otherwise really, really nice shape. And I do know that with this composite stuff over time, it does have a little bit of crack in a couple places on the interior. It does not go all the way through the piece, but that is very common with the banks and the figurines and things that are also made out of this composite material. No other major chipping or anything with it. Now, this piece is made by our own import Japan, which is probably not familiar to many of you. They did do a lot of wall pieces, planters, salt and pepper shakers, but mostly banks is what they did in this kind of style. So measurement for this piece is 4.5 by 5 by 3 wide. Okay, so that's the sizing there. And what I did is I just wrapped some blue twine around a little ball in there so that the twine wouldn't fall out. If you want me to include that, I can. So you just have a cute little blue string hanging out the mouth if you don't have any twine. But the hole is rather large. So I think you could probably fit like jute twine, regular like cooking twine, or any kind of sewing string would probably come out of there just fine. All right, so measurement for this, again, is about 5 inches tall. Okay, so we're going to count this down. Jana's in at 43. We're looking for 44 or more. Don't forget those just in cases, you guys, if you're actively bidding. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
This is so good, Amy. It's amazing.
It was a good find.
Kitsch at its best.
So good.
She didn't tell the truth that she threw us down, Bill, so that she could get it. But hey, I'm not going to judge.
You guys weren't even in this.
I was going to say, she snuck this one in. I didn't see that.
She did.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you again, Karen, so much for helping us out always. All right, so lots of just in cases in there at the end. So let's go through it. Tracy had a just in case of 48. Nikki had a just in case of 60. Glowy Girl had a just in case of 77, but Sandra D came in there with a just in case of 88. So for 78, congratulations, Sandra. This is an awesome piece. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. That is an awesome piece. And thank you so much, Karen Gillette, for being our official mod and bid ender. Deanna, Northwest Sunshine, thank you for being our backup. My next item, I didn't even cue it up. I'm going to follow your kitsch, Amy, with my kitsch for the night, $20. But before we get into it, I want to show you guys, first of all, thank you, Amy, for helping me identify this and also identify that it is missing its baby. So this would have been a chained family. This was made by Yukago. It looks like 2 more little polka dots on the front of this bow tie, but actually right here in the middle of the bow tie, there would have been a little loop. And with that little loop, 2 little babies would have been chained to it. But with it being a red little polka dotted tie, it actually looks like it's supposed to be that way, although it is a little rough when you run your finger over it. But other than that, this piece is completely cold painted. Queso agrees. Gorgeous little kitty cat. He is a little striped pink guy, him or her. And the fact that not a lot of the cold paint is missing, this is mind-blowing. Now, some of the gold here is missing, and I love the way they kind of articulated this look here. It could be like longer whiskers. It could kind of look like it would be one of those leather stuffed animals almost, with the stitching on it. But it's just a cute little pink kitschy kitty cat. Love those long eyelashes. A little bit of the gold has wear. It does have a red made in Japan sticker on it, some crazing, but overall the pink is in superb condition. This little kitty cat, I think, would look great in any collection. And again, I don't think the little break here really distracts from it, nor the fact that it's missing its other kitty cats. I mean, if you guys would find them, you could probably figure out a way to attach them. But other than the little bit of gold paint wear, this little nugget is in super good condition, probably from the 1960s, early 60s. It measures, and it is made by Yukago. And again, thank you, Amy, for that. It's about 5.5 inches tall, and then it's about 4.5 inches wide. So let me get in here so you guys can see. This company also made a lot of these trios in the little polka dots, but then they also made these little striped families as well. So great if you guys know that, pink is always one of the harder colors to find in kitsch, especially pink all over. This would be great if you put this little nugget in your, of course, kitty cat display if you're a cat collector, or if you guys used it, maybe, I don't know, in the upcoming Christmas season. I like to mix some pinks and blues in, because we do like a non-traditional. It does have a gnarly haze with the light there. Let me show you. You can see the striping.
Toby is asking if it glows, and my guess is it doesn't, but
no, let me double check here. I mean, there's not like a substantial glow. I mean, if you had it under a black light, the paint isn't going to glow, but believe it or not, the porcelain's going to have like a purple hue to it, just a purple hue. So anything you see in white will have like a purple effect to it. So, and again, if you guys were, wanting it to look a little different, you could touch that up. Gold is a little easier color to match than some of the other colors. I don't really think it distracts from it at all. And I think it's just a super kitschy little kitty cat. Again,
the plaid ones are much harder to find than the polka dot ones.
They are. And again, it is complete cold paint. So it's very amazing to me that these stripes are pretty much fully intact without a whole chunk missing, on it. I love the gold and I love the pink on it. Just a super cute little kitty cat. It would have been a trio, like I said. So up here where the bow is, these two large little white specks right here, there would have been like a little U shape that would have been porcelain that came out, and then there would have been a chain, and two little babies would have been attached to it. We'll give it another moment for the lag. If there's no interest, we can recap it. Just $20. The little kitty cat is made by Yukago. I love how sculptured, how squared off it is. It's not your typical, kind of look for these kitty cats. Again, these are very collectible. A lot of times you do find them, like Amy said, she's right in the polka dots. So I see everybody coming in right now. We got Laza. I hope I'm saying that right. Laza in at 20. Wanda's in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on this. We are doing just in case. Goes great with your little bow tie, gang. Super cute little kitty cat. That's how big it is. So let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Usually I say you could throw a ring over that. Since that's cold painted, I don't know that I would. I would sort of just let this be in your collection. And I do love the pink, especially for spring. There's the bid end. Thank you guys so much. Wanda had a just in case of 26. That lag came in weird. So Wanda, it's yours for 21. Congratulations.
The lag's gotten a little bit worse.
It has. Thank you. All right, Bill.
So I have some glass, Jason. If anyone is interested, it's going to start at $58. I was super lucky to find a couple fairy lamps, Fenton fairy lamps, the hand-painted ones when I was there. And this one to me is just glorious because it is a flower that you do not see all that often, or a couple flowers. They're all the same flowers. These are straw flowers in blue and pink and yellow. And they are just gloriously hand-painted onto this little fairy lamp. And then on the back of them are them just coming out of bud. Straw flowers are kind of like an amazing flower, as most of you know, because they dry while they're still growing. So they can be used in arrangements. But I just never seen one with straw flower before. So I thought it was pretty spectacular. Looks gorgeous with a little tea light in it. I don't know if my lights are going to let you see how good it looks lit up, but my lights are really strong tonight. But so nice. And of course, because it's custard glass, if this is something that you're interested in, it does have a spectacular fluorescence to it. No chips or cracks. And if you are familiar with the Fenton custard glass, because it has a satin finish, it tends to get really dirty and hard to clean. But this one is just in beautiful condition. There is the Fenton oval mark on the bottom. There it is. You can see it there on the bottom. And like many of them, the person who hand painted this has signed the inside, and it's an initial I recognize. It's D Hill, and you see both the Fenton stamp in there, the black Fenton stamp, as well as the hand painted Fenton stamp on the inside, which I've never seen that one before. Which I think
I've never seen that either.
Seldom. That's very seldom. That's a neat score, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't belong to the Fenton Collectors Club, but I believe this is likely because of the floral that they used, likely a smaller release. We see a lot of other flowers in these custard lamps, but this one is a first for me, and I get a lot of fairy lamps because I like them. Same size as most of the other ones. This of this mold, it is 4.5 inches tall and 3 inches at its widest. So a cute little nugget with some glorious hand painting on it that can be displayed from two different sides. And again, if the glow is something you're after, these Fenton custard pieces always give off a beautiful glow. But if you were just to put a battery operated candle on the inside too, and you would need to use one because you wouldn't want to burn those awesome stickers in there.
Right.
It does look really nice if you don't have video lights on. So thank you all for your interest. I'm just going to put a little black behind it while I count it down, just so you can see how beautiful it is. Look at that hand painting. So right now we'd be looking for 60 or more, and active bidders can use a just in case. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
This is so good. So great for spring, so great for summer. It's going to give a great pop of color to your other fairy lights.
Yeah, it's a nice little one, because if you are someone who collects the custard, my guess is you don't have this hand painting in your collection. You might have some other flowers, but not these. So thank you, Karen, for the bid. Thank you, Peggy, for your bid of 60. Dawn came in with a 65. So Dawn, this glorious fairy lamp is yours for 65. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, $40, Jason.
You got it.
This, I haven't had one of these in forever, but I am so happy when I run across these because they're always adorable. So this is a completely ceramic, Joseph Originals music box. And the little flocked critters that you are seeing are also flocked ceramic. So we've got a little fuzzy raccoon hanging out in the tree. And then we've got a little mouse and a little squirrel. And they're all on this kind of wooden base, kind of carved to make it look like wood, but it's not actually wood, it is ceramic. And then it does actually have wood ball feet that go all the way around. And I want to show you the details first before I show you the music box part. So we've got this kind of really fun, and they did a whole series of these little animals doing different things, like shag carpet kind of grass yarn that goes around. And the green part here that you're seeing does have a little scratching to it. This is actually a cardboard disc that they put on top of here. And I'll show you the bottom. It does have the Joseph Originals foil sticker there. And let's show you what it does. So it does play Yesterday by the Beatles. Okay, so I'm going to wind it up for you and show you what it does. All right, and it does work. So it's very good working condition. All right, let's show you. Just wait.
Oh my God.
How cute is that?
I love it.
Seesaw. So underneath here, there's little magnets on either side of the seesaw. So as the music box plays, there's a little mechanism with another magnet that goes around to make them seesaw on here. How stinking cute is that? All of these Joseph Originals music boxes are so adorable. I have not found one in quite a while, but I love to pick these up because they're just, you can't find music boxes like this. You really can't anymore. So you can hear the music box works very well. Again, it plays Yesterday by the Beatles. And measurement for this, it does measure 6.5 inches to the top of the raccoon's tail sticking up there in the tree, and 4.5 inches in diameter. Okay, so cute. So they make other ones. There's like a puppy one where the little puppy comes in and out of the doghouse. There's ones where they're on swings and they go back and forth. So cute, so imaginative. Great for a kid's room. I loved music boxes as a kid too. All right, so right now I see Glowy Girl is in at 45, so we're looking for 46 or more. I am going to start a countdown. We do seem to have a gnarly lag going on tonight, so don't forget those just in cases. If you are an active bidder, you're welcome to put those in during the countdown. All right, we're going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
The flocking is so clean on all these too. You know, sometimes they get dusty, and
yeah, this one's in really nice shape.
Amazing.
All right, Glowy Girl, I see your just in case of 57. And there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you again, Karen. So Glowy girl, you did not need your just in case. This is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
So adorable. And gang, please make sure you're subscribed to my two partners up here, Garden Guy Bill. The link to his YouTube's down in the description, along with ENAMOR Amie. They both put out great content. So please make sure you're subscribed to their channels. $25 is my next item. I have a piece of Hall pottery, and I'm starting it lower than any other comps that I found, and I want to hold up. There's a little secret to it. So I want to make sure this piece gets a home tonight, so we're starting it just at $25. This pattern is known as, and I want to make sure I say it right, the ball knot. So, Bill, that has to do with the bow, right? Or does it have to do with this part right here?
Both.
Okay, so here is the bow and the bow knot, and then what does? Can you help me? Well, first of all, let me show this piece. This is from the 1940s. This is a gorgeous matte piece of Hall pottery. You can see that it is signed here on the bottom. I always love the Hall font, and what's really great about this piece is I can't wait any longer. I got to show you. It has the original Hall sticker on it. I've never found a piece of Hall pottery that has the original factory sticker on it. So if you guys love a good sticker, if you guys collect this pattern, or we're going to start collecting this pattern, I think this would be a great starter piece just at $25 because you're going to get one with the original Hall sticker on it. Now that I got that out of the way, this is their console bowl. So it is a little larger. It would have had two candlesticks. It would have been in like the cornucopia style look, and it would have matched the exact flowers in the same color. So it measures 14 inches across. So it is a larger bowl, larger commitment, 14 inches across. It's about 4.5 inches tall. No chips, no cracks, not even any major crazing. You know, sometimes when these pieces were used, if they did craze, they did stain a little bit. But both sides are in very good condition. So, Bill, could you help me out? What is we talked about it in the beginning, and you helped me figure it out. What is the significance of this part right here?
Well, it's part of the sculpt that is on all of the pieces, of which there are about 30. And it's interesting. I just saw Deanna make a comment, but she retracted it. But she was right, because I said the same thing to Jason before the sale. This is the top tier piece in this pattern. This was the center stage piece. And unlike a lot of the other Hull console bowls where you have like a little floret for a candle holder, and I sold a set last week, these, like Jason said, are beautiful little cornucopias. So this is one of the 1949 patterns, and it's just really, really collectible, and it's not all that easy to find.
And to find it, thank you, Bill, for your help. To find it, it's usually got some kind of damage here on the wings. I always call these the wings. Or there's some nips here to the top. You can see there's it's very vibrant. It is in this great blue with these great, like these butter yellows and these light little kind of bluish greens that you can see. Thank you for all the bids. And that gorgeous blue, that gorgeous pink bow right there. And then this is almost like this is kind of like a darker pink flower right there. It's got like a little burgundy of a pop or a burgundy hue to it. So again, what I love is that it still has its original, and I got to find it again so I can show you. And I can't get any closer to my camera, but if y'all can zoom in, you will see that says Hall on there. That is the original sticker, which you almost never find. And it is the highly desired part of the pattern. And it is the ball knot pattern, no chips, no cracks, in very good, clean condition. I tried to clean down in here a little bit more. I got as much as I could. But again, you can see how vibrant and clean the inside is. One more time, I'll give you the measurements, and then we'll do a countdown. It is 14 inches across. 14 inches across. It is a console bowl, and it's roughly 4.5 inches tall with the original sticker. And I think it's from 1949, right, Bill? From 1949. So, and it's a great line to collect, great for all year. So we're at 45 right now. Let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 46 or more. Bill, does this match the ask?
No, Janet, it doesn't. You had a different pattern from 1946.
Okay. All right. But Bill, you did sell a set of these candlesticks at one time, right? No, you never.
No, I've never had a bow knot piece.
Okay. All right. I love great piece. Let's go ahead and count it down. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, for the 45. We're looking for 46 or more. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So let's go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Thank you, Deanna. It is a very hard piece to find, especially in this condition with that sticker. Bill, thank you for your assistance on helping me with this. I knew the pattern, but I didn't know some of those other great details. So thank you guys so much. We see a just in case of 55, a just in case of 76. Tracy had a just in case of 80, and Peggy had a just in case of 68. So it looks like 77 goes to Tracy. Thank you so much, Tracy. It's coming to you for $77. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. All right.
Well, I'm going to stick in the line of pottery because that's my number one love. And I have a choice round, Jason, for $14. And I have two of the same pieces. And they are Royal Copley pieces. That may look familiar to some of you because Royal Copley did a bunch of these vases with flowers on them. Almost all of the vases they made were 8 inches tall. Now, this vase and its partner are 7 inches tall because they come from a specialized line called Carol's Corsage. So I actually have, I'm kind of in disbelief for someone who's a pottery collector that I actually found Carol's Corsage and that I found 2 of them. So if you're accustomed to seeing Royal Copley vases with flowers on them, this is from a much less known line. In fact, let me show you the difference. I can show you in the book. And again, this only matters to people who are nerdy like me. But the typical vases are 8 inches, and that's the one you see here. These are the 3 Carol Corsages, and the book itself says that they are not readily available or not easily available because they really aren't. I have a bunch of those 8-inch ones, but these are the first 7-inch ones I've ever had. And I really was hoping to find a home for one or for both of them because they are special. I have long since wondered who Carol was. As far as I know, she wasn't the wife of any of the people who worked at the company. She wasn't someone herself who was a designer or, an owner of the company. I'm not sure who Carol was. Someone probably named it after someone they loved. And when you look at this compared to the 8-inch one, you can actually see that it does actually make a corsage. On the 8-inch ones, you don't have these leaves or these little frilly parts that would come on a corsage. So it's like they stuck a corsage right onto the pottery. And that's a big difference from those other ones that you may have seen or that were in the book. And there's 2 variations of the corsage. And some people think that this is the corsage that the man would have worn. And then the 2 flowers is the corsage that the woman would have worn. I think that's just conjecture or storytelling. I'm not sure if that's true. They are in really, really good condition. The bottom of one of them does have a chip in the paint on the bottom. And as you can see, there's a lot of crazing. But they have the green Royal Copley stamp, which gives us an indication that these are older. And yes, Deanna, you're right. The colors in these particular pieces are so different than the pinks and the reds that Royal Copley traditionally uses. And the tops of almost all of the other pieces are a much darker blue than this one. So they made this line for a special reason. I'm not sure what it was, but they are different than the other ones that you see. Really, really pretty. I'm just going to show them while I do the countdown, the back and the front. And again, there are 2 to choose from.
Bill, I never knew that this was a rare size. I need to start measuring these when I find them.
My guess is that 90% of the ones you come across, when you do come across them, will be 8 inches. You want to look for the 7-inch ones with these little, let me show that little detail there. The leaf and this little frill thing here, that means it's one of the corsage vases. Awesome. Anyway, and again, that's just pottery nerdiness. But right now,
we're here for it, Bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, we'd be looking for 18 or more, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I love the contrast in the colors too. It's like a soft 50s feel, but it fits any modern day decor. That's what I love.
And it's got that Royal Copley amazing glaze and look to it, right? It's so pretty. So nice. All right, Karen, thank you for the bid end. I see Ruthie had a 17 and Lisa had a just in case of 25, but Paula came in with a just in case of 60. and Peggy had a just in case of 25 as well. So Paula, with your just in case of 60, you have first choice at 26. You can let me know if you would like one or two. And then if there is one remaining, Lisa, you can claim it or you can pass. And then if there's another one remaining, Peggy, you can claim it or you can pass.
All right.
I'll just watch the comments, Jason, so we can move it along.
All right, Bill.
All right. And Tracy Ingram, happy early birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. All right. 16, Jason. That's my next one. And my favorite postcard guy was at Springfield. So, of course, I had to go see him. I might have been there a little too long. I apologize, Jason and Bill.
That's why I have the fun wearing. That's why
but I ended up getting 5 antique Cupid postcards from him again. I got a few of him on the 127 sale when he was set up. But he was at Springfield, so I wasn't going to see him again probably till next year. So I had to get some more from him to last the rest of the year. So I found he had another one of these bluebirds. I had one of these a few weeks ago, but he had another one, and I couldn't resist the bluebirds. It's just so cute. So this is more of a general kind of everyday postcard with the little bluebird. It's not kind of a seasonal thing, but a Cupid is bringing from out of the blue bluebirds of happiness for you. And he's just taking a ride on the bluebird. I'm not sure the bluebird is so happy about that. He looks, his face is a little like, yeah, get this kid off my back kind of thing. But it is signed Rose O'Neill, and it is dated, also signed here down in the corner. This is from the early 1900s. It is postmarked on the back, 1917 or 1919, I'm sorry, here on the backside, from Columbus, Ohio. It does have a cute little inscription there on the backside. And these are so cute. I love the bluebirds, especially with your glass bluebirds of happiness. This would just be super cute to pop into like a flower frog or something and just put it in your display. Really, really cute. I love these. And this was the last bluebird one that he had, you guys. So I'm not sure, unless he gets some more. This was the only one that he had left, or I come across more. There is a whole series, I think, of 6 different bluebird ones, but you'll see some of the other designs that are seasonal have little bluebirds here and there tucked into. So where there's just a little bit of wear, maybe a little bit of discoloration on the edges, but there's no tears or anything like that on there. All right, so I see Ruthie was in at 21 and Tracy's now in at 22. So we're looking for 23 or more. I am going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And this one is a print in the USA card. This is not a made in Germany one. It's actually printed in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. Thank you guys so much again for being here and joining us tonight. We certainly love to see you guys down in the chat, talking with each other, having community. Thank you guys again. So there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. So Tracy had a just in case of 25 right before Karen's bid end. Ruthie, your just in case did come in after the bid end. So Tracy, this is coming to you for 22. Thank you so much and happy early birthday.
Congratulations. That's a cutie. I love the Buddha belly on him, the little chubby belly. All right, gang. I previewed this item, and then as I was cleaning it prior to the sale, I saw what I'm going to call a slight condition issue. So for that reason, I'm just going to do it as a quick claim. So I'm going to explain the item really quick, and then I'm going to give you a letter to put in, and the first person I see is going to get this. So I have an early piece of Jefferson glass, okay? This is like a little squatty little stretch vase or swung vase. It shows very good because it is in the blue, like the blue turquoise opalescent. The pattern on this is, and Amy just told it to me, it's a lined heart. It's the lined heart. So there are no chips, there are no cracks. And as you can see, it looks really, really clean. When you get in close and you put a light into it, and it may not even show because it's opalescent, It has like that hazy, milky look to it. But somebody did use this vase with hard water. So there is like a sickness to it. And when you hear us say sicked glass, it means that there's like a water oxidation to it. There's hard water that kind of stains it. So it gives it like a haze. So it's very hard to see. No chips, no cracks, still usable, is going to display well. But if you let like bright light come through it, you're going to see it down in here that it does have a haze. So I'm only going to ask $20 for it. So $20 for it. No chips, no cracks, just a small haze to it. Early, like 1920s Jefferson glass. $20. If anybody's interested in this tonight, $20. Put in the first person that I see that puts in the letter B as in blue can have the Jefferson glass vase for just $20. Only condition issue is there is that hard water haze to it. Not too bad, but if you're a purist and you don't want that, this isn't going to be a vase for you. So if anyone's interested in it for $20, we'll do it really quick and wait a moment for the lag. Put in the letter B, and that'll be how you're claiming it for $20. And if not, that's okay. I just had previewed it and wanted to still offer it. I didn't want to pull it from the sale, but I didn't think that it was bid worthy. So I see Lisa Green in. So Lisa, congrats. It's yours, coming to you. It displays really well, but it just wasn't completely perfect. So congrats, Lisa. It's yours for $20. All right, Bill.
Okay, $18, Jason. I have some more kitsch. I have this little guy who's looking for a home. He is like this little aristocratic mouse in his Sunday best, walking with his cane, with the glasses. Look at those glasses perched on the end of his nose. Now, the only marking on him is one of those blue and white Japan stickers, and I'm fairly confident that he is a Christ piece. He's not in my catalog, but my catalog is not entirely, doesn't cover everything, but every indication is that he's Christ. In fact,
He is.
yeah, if you look at his eyes, you kind of see that little bit of craziness that they love to put in the eyes as well. And Amy just confirmed it. He's in great condition for a cold painted piece. This is cold paint. So you'll see little areas where there's a little bit of paint missing there, a little bit on his neck back here. But if you're familiar with this company and how some of these pieces have weathered over time, this guy, yeah, he is very dapper. That's actually the word I was looking for, not aristocratic. I was looking for dapper. But these pieces really weather over time, and sometimes the entire cold paint on them is lost. But he's just super, and he's a bigger ceramic for your collection or for your display. He's 6 inches tall. I'm going to get him up here without my fingers on him. I just love it. I love these glasses. I love that he wears a hat because, you know, he's Jason and I in a few years.
I was going to say, if I could be a Christ figurine, this would be the one I would be.
Jason, we are going to be him. We're going to have canes.
We're all going to be reincarnated as a kitsch figurine. Let's be honest.
Love it. Well, I know I'll be a pixie, so you can be this guy.
All right. I'm fine with being him. He is a little snooty, though, I will say. He's a little snootier than I want to be, but I'm here for it.
He's a busy guy. He's got a lot of responsibilities, Jason.
He does.
And, you know, when he walks through town, he just expects that people are going to acknowledge that.
Well, now I don't know if I want to be him. I do like the way his glasses sit on his snout. I think they sit really good.
Oh, he's a successful business owner. You are him,
okay.
Jason.
All right. Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll be him then.
He reminds me of the banker guy in Mary Poppins.
Yes, doesn't he?
Yes, you're right. You're
right.
Or
if you all saw that, what was it called? I can't remember, where the kids and Jim Carrey, there's a guy in that too. I don't remember. The Unfortunate Events, series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh, Lemony Snicket.
Yeah, Lemony Snicket. If anybody saw that, this guy is the guy who is trying from the adoption agency who was trying to look after the kids.
In this one, Bill, the cane was always susceptible to breaking. I've seen this once or twice because he's got the same sculpt as like the hobo that they did, like the rough kind of hobo guy, and those canes always got damaged.
And I looked at the cane really, really carefully because there is a little bit of paint loss on the back of the cane, and I kept looking at it to make sure it wasn't a break, but it's not. So this will get packed really, really carefully because this is a lot of space with that little piece of ceramic there. All right, everyone. Thank you for your interest in this guy. He does need a new home. I'm super excited that someone is going to take him today. I'm going to start that countdown. So Gina's in at 19. And again, we do accept just in cases. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Don't you think he'd speak in a British accent? Like he'd be like, I like a spot of tea. Like I like a spot of tea.
He does.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Some
Absolutely.
crimpets, maybe a croissant. And some tea.
Croissant.
I didn't realize until I've been on screen how much sun I got this weekend.
You did get a lot of sun.
I think we all did. We all got a little burnt at the show.
I'm feeling really warm from the sunburn. Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. I like him a lot too. All right, so there is the bid end. Gina had a 19, Jill came in with a 20, and Ruthie's 21 came in just after the bid end. So, Jill, this is yours for $20. Congratulations.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, $40, Jason.
You got it.
All right, she's going to be a little challenging to show, but we're going to do it. All right. I haven't had one of these in forever. Because usually when I come across one of these, it's always missing the flower parasol. She is a NAPCO flower girl. She does date to 1956. They did a whole series for each month. They did a different flower girl with their little flower umbrella or parasol. And the dress is also resembling the flower petals, and she also has a little flower hat. Now, I will say that if you are collecting these and you're looking for a certain month, this is the girl from October, and her flower is Cosmos. And from my research of these, besides the fact that they're usually missing their umbrellas, the October Gale is one of the harder ones to find. The other one being July, which is the water lily, is one of the harder ones to come by as well. She is in really nice shape. There is a little crazing present. I'm not finding any repairs, any flea bites. I did get her at the extravaganza. I was like super happy I was like, oh my gosh, she has her umbrella. And so I will show you the bottom here. So the little metal stand for the parasol does come out of her hand, and that is a lot of times why they were prone to breakage, or the flower is missing totally. And it also comes off of the top of the wire here, and sometimes you'll find these and they have the parasol but nothing to put it on. Sometimes the wire gets missing. That is the original wire that it would have come with, and it is stamped NAPCO 1956. It does have the NAPCO foil sticker there on the bottom. She does measure 6 inches tall to the top of her flower parasol. Okay. And she also is 3 inches wide. And really quickly, I wanted to show you, I did pull my book out too. Some of the other girls that are in the series there. So those are the other months that you can collect. I love the December one, which is the poinsettia. Such a cool collection of girls. So right now, she is a little challenging to show. I was really afraid of her umbrella. I think this is only maybe the third one in 10 years that I've ever found with the flower parasol still intact. All right. So right now, Ruthie B's in at 45. Thank you so much, Ruthie. So we're looking for 46 or more. I'm going to count her down. Don't forget those just in cases if you're actively bidding, and don't wait to put them in so you come in after the bid end. All right, let's count her down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
And Amy, underneath that flower, isn't there like a little rubber garment in there that actually holds the?
So in her hand, there's like a little stopper on the metal. It's like metal. It's coated metal wire is what it is. Right. Kind of like electrical wire. So it does have a little notch right here where it will stop it from going all the way through her hand. And there's also kind of a notch there where it attaches to the back of the flower. All right. There's a bid in from Karen. So buttermilk and cream came in with a 46, but Ruthie put in that just in case of 60. So for 47, Ruthie, she's coming to join your collection. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
They are so good. They are so good. All right, gang, it's going to be choice and just at $14 choice. And when I think of fall, I think of owls. And I think it's a perfect time to display owls. And I know these are very identical, but they're still a little different. So they are choice on slag glass, okay? Now, I've done a lot of research on these. This sculpt is primarily made and sold by Imperial Glass, okay? Neither of these have the Imperial stamp. So I'm not sure if these are an afterthought, but my suspicion is that they're earlier because some earlier Imperial Glass did not have their stamp on the bottom, and then they added it later. But it is molded glass, and what's great about both of these is they're slag and the eyes are glass. Sadly to say, the eyes don't glow. If those green eyes would glow, it would really be epic for the upcoming season of Halloween. But these are fun little pictures. These are collectible. A lot of times you find these more in the root beer slag. To find it in the blue and the white, I'm going to loosely call slag glass, and I'll explain to you why, but I'm certain it's still part of this series in the slag glass. So they did great details. You can see all the feathers on these owls. You can even see the style of tropical leaves almost behind there, and you can see all the great veining. So these are great to collect. They are just mini pictures. So some that were larger were creamer and sugar sets. This, I believe, was just a picture series that they did, but it does mimic their cream and sugar set. And this one is a little bit smaller because these come in at 3.5 inches tall and about 3 inches wide. So I don't have an Imperial Glass book to get the exact specs. I just know from my experience of selling these that this, I think, was just their little picture series. So let me show you the great veining down here on the bottom. You can see the white that mixes in, and the slag glass is a chemical reaction that they do to the glass, so it kind of gives it a marbling effect. No chips, no cracks. Cute little fella. You know, if you guys are into owls, super mid-century. I think it is adorable too, Steel. Thank you. You can see there on the inside. So this one is your milkier blue one with the green eyes, and those are applied glass eyes. Usually when you do find these, sometimes those eyes are missing because they are only glued on. That's what they did. They glued them on at the factory. So again, no stamp on the bottom. I suspect that this might be earlier Imperial Glass. So the white one actually has like a ring of fire to the bottom. If I can get it to show, you'll see that there's like a very opaque line around the top. Again, he has the applied eyes, and his are sort of a kind of an amber red. So sort of an amber red. So I thought that would be great for your upcoming fall display. Really good look. Thank you, Lisa. I see you in at 14. Linda's in at 19. This one you can see has the same tropical style leaves on it. No chips, no cracks. Now, I say loosely because it's going to be hard in my light, but you can sort of see, there we go. You can kind of see that line right there. If you look hard at this, you can see that this is definitely a slag milk. It's more of a milk slag. In person, the bottom has a slight brown to it. So I don't even know if these were like end of day that somebody did, whatever was left, they went ahead and made one for their own. I'm not too sure, but they do display really good together. And these are two harder to find colors. You do find the root beer one a little more often than the gorgeous light blue slag owl picture. And then here is your white slag one with just a slight hint of brown, and the light has to catch it just right for you to see that. No chips, no cracks. Bill, have you ever seen these or know anything about these?
I have a brown one.
Okay. And
milk, root beer
right.
color, like you said.
And they're so doggone collectible. And usually they always have the mark on the bottom. And I have to be honest, in researching Imperial Glass, some of the first times that they released it, some of the earlier did not have their mark on the bottom, which is the G with, I think it's the I in the middle, but it's not on these. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. It is on choice. They both measure 3.5 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. And again, that's a little smaller than the set that you normally see that's a sugar and a creamer. And the creamer is usually the sugar is just the owl with no handle on it. So they're pretty much identical, but no handle. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 20 or more, and it's on choice. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see you, Linda, for both. We're still bidding. You guys can use it just in case if you have your heart set on it. And Lisa put in a just in case of 25. So Linda, don't forget that just in case if you were interested. And right now, Lisa's going to have choice if we get the bid end in a moment here. And there is the bid end. So because we had Linda in at 19, Lisa, you get choice at 20. So you get choice at 20. Let me know if you want white or blue. And again, you could both. All right, gang, we'll keep it moving. Thank you guys so much. Lisa, they're both yours. All right, Mr. Bill. My lag is horrible on this side. Sorry.
All right, I'm back with some glass, and I'm going to do something that only a fool would do tonight. I have a choice starting at $32.
Okay.
I have some beautiful Lily of the Valley pattern cameo opalescent glass tonight. The first one I have to offer is the Rose Bowl. And I've always called this the root beer color. However, I talked to the dealer it was one of these booths with all Fenton, and he said that it's referred to as chocolate and caramel. So chocolate glass, caramel, where the opalescence is, but it is in my favorite. It's in my favorite design, and I have not seen this color before. I know it's not rare, but I usually see the blue lily of the valley, the blue opalescent lily of the valley, but so pretty. It is a rose bowl. The rose bowl is 3.5 inches tall and 5 inches across. This piece does have its Fenton sticker on it, as you can see. Such a gorgeous piece with no condition issues and such a gorgeous color. And then there is the Fenton on the bottom. Now, the second choice is also a Fenton chocolate cameo opalescent piece, but it is this beautiful bud vase.
Ooh, I really like all the white in that.
Yeah, they did well. That's where the stretch is, right? So the opalescent, because they want the top of the lily of the valley to be opalescent. When it gets stretched, it's the caramel or white colored glass that gets stretched, and then there's this beautiful opening with the chocolate cover at the top. So pretty. So this bud vase is a big one. It's much bigger than the ones I showed earlier. This is a 10.5 inch bud vase. And obviously, because you've seen them both, you know they're from the same line. They're both Lily of the Valley cameo opalescent with the chocolate and caramel coloring. So they do make a nice pairing. But obviously, we never want to assume when we bring something that someone will want both. And really, I should have brought these to two different sales. But, you know, I just got them a couple days ago. I fear if they stayed in my house too long, I'd need more shelf space for them because I think they're glorious. I think they're beautiful. And if I was going to collect the Lily of the Valley, I would have to go with the blue. But these are so pretty.
Bill, what I love is the opalescent on these. If you look at them in the light just right, they almost have a peach hue to them with the milk glass. Do you know what I mean? They almost have that brown amber, but then, of course, root beer float. They almost glow a peach color in them if the light catches them just right.
Yeah, you're right. And it's because the underlying color, this color is coming through the opalescent color. Mm-hmm. So I do see the peach. I know what you're talking about. But so pretty. I'm just so impressed that they were able to get the base glass color back up here at the top, because this is the glass color, and then they got that one back up at the top. So pretty. Gorgeous. So the choices are the swung bud vase, and just see that Lily of the Valley pattern in there. Oh, see, it's focusing really nicely now.
And I think also this was like a commemorative thing when they started it too, and then it was so popular they kept going. I think with Fenton.
I think the Lily of the Valley was a commissioned, group of pieces. I don't know how many other pieces come in this colorway though, because the blue to me is the common one. You always see the blue with the cameo opalescent on top, and then this is the Rose Bowl one more time. So beautiful, so beautiful.
It is, Deanna. It is a gorgeous pattern.
Okay, thank you all for your interest. I'm going to start that countdown. So right now we're looking for $43 or more for choice. of the swung bud vase or the rose bowl. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, Tracy, I think that is an appropriate word. Stunning. So, so beautiful.
And the fact that you found two of them,
I
love it. 2 pieces.
And it's funny because you were at a lot of those booths where they just had so much glass. You kind of got glass blind because you just saw it so much. But when I went to this booth full of glass, I knew these two were the ones. I just knew it. Okay, so there is the bid end. Thank you, Karen. Sally, your 50 came in right after the bid end. I'm sorry. Linda had a 43. Donnie Girl had a just in case of 51. So Donnie Girl has first choice at 44, then Linda at 43, then Sally at 42. And maybe we will be able to find a home for both of these. So Donnie, let me know if you would like the bud vase or the bowl. You're going to claim the bowl. Fantastic. So Sally, you are next. Linda, you are next at 43. Let me know if you would like the bud vase. And obviously you can pass. And then Sally, you're in at 42. Sally wanted the bowl, so she's going to pass. So Linda, let me know if you wanted the bud vase at 43.
So good. Okay.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Linda's going to pass. I don't know if we had any other active bidders.
You got Peggy.
We have Tracy at 36.
Wait, you got Peggy at 41, Bill. So Peggy's next.
Sorry.
Yeah, Peggy at 41. Yeah,
I'll let you handle that, Jason.
That's
So if anybody wanted the bud vase, you can just put it in the chat, and I'll just assign it to the person with the highest bid.
Okay, so it'd be Peggy, then I think Tracy, and then Pamela. That would be your order, and that should get us back down to the beginning where we were. All right,
Perfect.
Peggy passes.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, $20, Jason.
You got it.
This was an awesome find. Oh, wait till you see what's in this box. The box itself is amazing with the cute little graphics, the little animals on parade here on the front. So it says 20 activity books, games, mazes, cutouts, coloring, puzzles, dot to dot. So this is a Saffield publishing set, and it does date to 1966. I love the font on the box as well. And they're all in here. Yes, they are. Now, I will say that some of them are used, but there are some unused as well in here. But they're all little paper activity books that are in here. I'm going to show them all to you. And so there are 20 total books, and 7 of the books are unused. But most of them have been colored or worked on, but nothing cut out. All right, so the first one is the cute little puppies. I'm not going to show you the insides of these. I just wanted to show you the covers, okay? So cute little pups on the front. Then we've got the 3 little kittens. So cute. I love these. I think I have had the set one other time. We've got little Bo Peep and her sheep in the hidden pass. Look at the duck.
Oh, my Lord.
So cute. The little ducky there. All right, we've got the farmer in the dell. Look at the cheese. Look at the cheese in the middle. It's too
big
funny.
old cheese curd.
A big old anthropomorphic wheel of cheese. We've got playtime with the little dolly. We've got little boy Blue.
Wow.
He is taking a nap. Great covers on these. I love all the graphics. Round the Mulberry Bush. We've got, this one's fun. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? So it goes through the book here, and there's little, I'll show you this one. There's a little, see that little rabbit shape? So this whole book on the back cover has little cutouts that you're supposed to cut out and paste throughout the book. So cute. That one is unused, I do believe. Alphabet Scramble with the little puppy. That puppy kind of looks like Maisie, my puppy, a little bit. We've got this fun puzzle book here. And we've got King Cole. King Cole's coloring book. Look at his mustache.
Jolly.
He's living
That's
it
probably
up.
what Santa looks like in the off season, I think.
Yes, I agree with that. Color It. We've got the Circle Zoo.
Oh my goodness.
So again, this is another cutout book where you can kind of cut out the shapes and make the animals. We've got Little Chief coloring book on the fire engine. So darling. We're keeping going. We're getting there. Pets from Mother Goose to color. Oh, I think the illustrations in this one. Yes. The illustrations in this one are really, really cute. I love these old coloring books. Great to scan these if you actually want to preserve the originals. But look at the anthropomorphic potato. I think this is a riddle book.
And what's the year on this again, Amy? 64, you said.
1966.
66.
So most of the books have been used. There are 7 in the 20 that are not used. This one's fun. The 12 months.
Oh my.
So all the little seasons that go throughout there. Let's see what Christmas looks like. Oh, it's Santa, of course.
Oh my
There
gosh.
he is.
Now the summer one, they're down the Jersey Shore, right? Definitely that summer one, they're down the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the last one in the box. Follow Your Stars. All right. So that's all of them that come in the box. Great collector's piece, and the box itself is also a good display piece. I never see these that are complete. Usually it's 1 or 2 of the books are still in the box and the rest are missing. But you get the whole set, and the box is pretty awesome for a display as well. The box itself measures 9 by 6 by 2.5. So you could totally use that as a riser too, I think. But I'm not seeing any interest in this, so I will bring it back at the recap.
All right. You're actually getting 21 pieces, 20 books, and that box is good to display too. All right. We'll see what the lag does here with a moment. I'm just going to leave it up because my item's going to start at $20 as well. So I feel like, hold on. We got a bid, Amy. I'm going to bring you over.
I think Sherry, yep. See ya. Yeah, that darn lag. All right. Hello, Sonia. Thanks for popping on. All right. We're going to count this down. 15. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I don't know which one's my favorite, but that duck is so cute with the coloring book.
Yeah. He's so cute. He'd be good for Easter.
The animal snap cards, the animal snap cards have these same animals on them that Saffield Publishing did. I love those cards. All right. There's a bid end from Karen. So Sherry, this is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. And my next item is going to start at $20 as well. And I think this checks off a lot of our boxes. And it also keeps me under contract with Bill and also with Amy, because I'll tell you what I suspect I see. And you be the judge. So I got this Shafford. It is made by Shafford. It is an older Shafford piece. I'll turn it around so you can see the signature on the bottom. It also has part of its paper Japan label. It is a planter. So it's a planter. It's in very good condition. So like I said, I think it checks off a couple boxes. First of all, let's look at that little mushroom house. I mean, how good is that little mushroom house? We have a little bird up here at the top. So we have a little pink bird flying atop of the little mushroom. He even has his own little outbuilding with another little mushroom attached. You can see that sort of a periwinkle blue, and then it fades into a pink. Then we have this cute little, I want to get the glare off of him, that cute little kitschy gnome. And I don't know, he's probably riding a horse, but I like to pretend that he's riding maybe a deer. That way I'm also compliant with Amy as well. But maybe it's a cow. I don't know. It's whimsical. I think this is really different, especially if you guys love the gnomes or the pixies. No chips, no cracks. There are 1 or 2 little crazing lines to report. The black is not cold paint. There's no cold paint on this. It is completely glazed all the way around. What I love is the mushroom with the black spots on it. So I just think this is really cute. The only crazy line that's really defined is up here at the top, as you can see. What were you going to say, Bill?
No, I was just, Karen said maybe she thought it was a donkey. So I was
Oh,
just.
maybe it is a donkey. Maybe it is. But again, I think this is super whimsical. And they actually did details on it all the way around. So you can see sort of the grass growing around. You can see the back of him. He kind of has his little pixie slippers on. Again, I just thought this was really different, really unique. You could even put a bottle brush tree in it if you want to. The measurements on it is it's about 4 inches tall. 4 inches tall by about 5 inches wide. Now, I could not find any of these online. When I had bought it, I didn't see that it said Shafford. And again, this is an older style Shafford. A lot of times we're used to like the black cats made by them, those kind of things, not these high glaze these high glaze pieces of ceramic by them. So he's kind of like, oh, I'm riding a donkey or I'm riding a horse. Really cute. And you can see his arm right here. Maybe there is a little bit of paint that they didn't fully detail both of his eyes. One eye is a little more dilated than the other, but I love that about kitsch. And I think that's what makes it so whimsical. So this would be cute in the display. It would be cute on your desk. This would make a great pencil holder if that's what you wanted to use it for. Or since I'm under contract with Bill, it definitely would hold a plant or an air plant. So $20. I'll wait another moment for the lag. There doesn't seem to be much interest in it. That's okay. We can bring it back for the recap, but it is made by Shafford. It's probably the early 1950s, I think, just from the way it's signed. And I think that's what makes it neat because they didn't do a lot of mushroom things in the 1950s. They started to do that in the more 60s kitsch. But this would go good even with the Merry Mushrooms. I know it's not exactly the same color, but I just think it's really cute. A little planter, gnome, mushroom, checking all the boxes, even the color tone. So Lillian, thank you so much. I see you in at 20. We're looking for 21 or more, so let's go ahead and count it down. I'm just trying to get that glare off of it. So 21 or more, just in case for active bidders on the Shafford Gnome Little Mushroom Planter. 15, 14, he does look like he enjoyed too much cider. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, I love the fact that they gave the mushroom house a little mushroom house. So that could be his little storage facility. I don't know. Maybe that's where he holds his cider. I'm not sure. But I think he's super cute. So there's the bid end. Lillian, you didn't need that. So it's coming to you for $20. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
All right, Jason, I have another kitsch round, and it's going to start at $24, and it's for the entire set. I have some awesome little Napco girls, and frankly, I've collected a lot of Napco girls over the years, but I've never had these. In fact, I've never seen them before. I did do a little research today. They are out there, but as far as I know, and I kind of consulted with Amy, these are far less known than their sisters that are in regular paint colors. So there's a different set with actually different poses. The only thing that's the same about the two sets seem to be their faces and their hair. But these are different poses than the other set. And the other set would not be day glow paint. They would be a blue, a green, an orange, and a yellow girl. In fact, some of you may have remembered I brought them a few weeks ago. And I brought them individually. But I'm not willing to split this set up just because I've never seen it before. I think they've been together for a long time, so they should probably stay together. And as you might imagine by looking at the color of their outfits, they are all super glowy. Every single one of them. The blue one, her shoes have the most glow, her green shoes. But the yellow girl and the pink girl all have an amazing day glow, if that's something that you're interested in. And we have like a lighter blonde, we have a brunette, and we have sort of a strawberry redhead as well. Another thing that's really great about this set, unlike a lot of sets that I've had before, it looks like their original hair pieces are still there. The top bun and the pony have not been altered. They're still there. And unlike the other sets that I've had, these actually have ribbon affixed to their little outfits that have these really funky flowers on them. So there's lots of differences between this set and the other set. So for instance, the other set has a little girl sort of in a pose like this, laying on her stomach, but in the other set, her arms are folded on the ground. They're not holding her chin up.
Oh my
The
gosh,
little, aren't they great?
okay, and these pair so well with your telephone girls. They pair well with the little babies that have hair. You can kind of mix them in, that they have their own little gang, like just hanging out and spilling the tea and doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, so she still has her little top bow and her pony. Every single one of them has a NAPCO sticker and a number on the bottom. I should show you that. And they're in great condition. No chips or cracks. I don't even see any paint loss, but I don't think Dayglow paint is technically cold paint, so I'm not sure that we see a lot of loss. But another top knot and another nice pony in the back. The lace on all three of them goes all the way around to the other side, and she's got these sweet little blue shoes with little kind of balls on the end of them. And those are the things on the blue one that really, really glow. The blue paint doesn't glow that much. It's the green paint on her shoes. Whether or not there's a fourth one, I don't know, because the other set is a set of 4. So there may be a fourth one in this set. I don't know.
I suspect there's probably a green one, although I can't confirm because I've never seen it.
Well, that makes sense because there is a green paint here.
And Deanna's right. They do go great with anyone who collects the ponytail girls. They go really good with that collection too.
Yeah, they were super fun to find, and quite frankly, for me, surprising, because I've had the other sets. In fact, I spent a lot of time putting the other sets together. But I really love, this is unique to this set, the flowers that are imprinted on their dresses right above the ribbon. The other sets don't have that either. All right, so thank you all. I am going to go ahead and start a countdown if anyone else is interested. And again, this is not for choice. This is for all 3. The ladies are staying together. So we're looking for 27, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
So good.
Oh, thank you, Karen. That's so sweet. I like to think my videos are fun.
I wonder what secrets these little girls have. That's what I want to know. What are they telling each other?
They have secrets, Jason.
They do.
And they secretly record one another on their cassette tapes.
They
or their
do. They do. You are right. They do.
All right. So thank you, Karen, for the bid end. Donnie had a 30 and Lillian came in with a just in case of 34. So Lillian, all 3 of these lovely ladies are yours for $31. I think you're going to love them. They're awesome.
They're amazing. All right, Amy.
All right, 14, Jason.
You got it.
All right, so this is another find from Springfield, and I haven't had a Ruthie Newton Squeak Girl in quite a while, and she is in like amazing shape. Like the paint on her is really good. Now they did make this particular sculpt in the little girl with the dress. Several different color variations. There's one with a polka dot dress. There's yellow. There's a different pink, and I had never found one with this really goldy color hair before. Usually it's kind of a muted blonde or a darker brown in the hair, but this is kind of a really like buttery yellow, and the paint on here is really, really nice. She does stand up if you want to prop her into a display. She will stand on her own. And here is the back. Again, the paint is really, really nice. She is stamped Ruthie Newton here, both on the back and the back of her head. And this is made by the Sun Rubber Company. This does date to the 1950s. They did girl, boys, and lots of different animal squeaks based on Ruthie Newton's children's book illustrations. So I've never had this one with the brighter pink and the brighter yellow hair. So I'm not sure if she's a little bit harder to come by than some of the other variations or not. But I was happy to rescue her from Springfield. She was actually in a booth with a bunch of like military stuff and like rusty metal things. Like, she didn't belong there. Like, I was like, girl, we got to get you out of this rusty crusty stuff because you need to find a home. So I was happy to be able to rescue her from that situation. So measurement for her, she does measure 8.5 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. All right. So right now I see Lisa is in at 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. I'm going to count her down. We still have one more round to get to tonight. So let's count her down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And I forgot to mention she does squeak. I'm just not going to squeaker, but she does have a loud squeak there.
Paint is so good, Amy.
It's really nice. It's probably the nicest one that I might have ever come across.
So good.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. So Tracy had a 17, but Lisa snuck in there right before the bid end for 18. So Lisa, she's coming your way. Thank you so much.
All right, and Karen Gillette, we couldn't do it without you. Please make sure you are subscribed to her husband, Gavin, who is Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. If you could please put his link in the chat, Karen, we'd greatly appreciate it. We want to get him some more subscribers. And, of course, Deanna of Northwest Sunshine, thank you so much for being our backup mod and bid ender tonight. So just $12, and I brought this for aesthetic purposes because I pulled a lot of, greens, planters, and some blues. So I'm not sure if this is a homemade little trinket box or stash box, have you, but it is done with really good quality. So just $12. I have to tell you that I have to suspect that the inlaid part, I truly suspect that this is glass in here. If it is not glass, it could be porcelain. So I'll explain to you why I think it's glass. Can you see the waviness to it when I tilt it? You see the waviness in it. I really, truly believe that that's a glass insert. But because I can't tear it apart, I can't tell you. But I can tell you that it's colder to the touch. So it's either going to be glass or porcelain. So it is painted either reversely or it is painted and then it was fired on. So that's not going to come off. So it is probably a pine box that is stained to a walnut look. They even inlaid or inset the hinge, which is super hard to do. So that's what makes me think it's a higher quality wooden box. Yes, it does open. I just want to show you here on the back, there is a little discoloring to the finish. So that is a little matte, but that's the back part that you don't see. So you can see the hinges that are inlaid here in the back. And yes, it does open and they did felt the inside. So this would make a great little jewelry box. It would make a great little gift box. This is one of those great little boxes that you can just tuck into a shelf and it doesn't really speak for a box. So this is like a little stash or hideaway as well, especially from the naked eye when you quickly look at it, especially when I hold it closed properly. It's very hard to see that it does open. So there's all four sides. Let me show them to you. The back part here, I'm not sure what happened here. I can try to polish that again before I send it to you. I don't know if it was unfinished. It's not like water did anything to it. I don't know. That's why I do suspect that it was a homemade job, but they did really, really well, especially to put those inlaid hinges. That is an old process that you do not see that often. So I want to show you the hinges. Oh, God, the light there. There we go. Hold on. You can see the hinges are right here, and they are right here. It is a really quality box. Again, it is either walnut or it's pine stained to walnut. Again, I wouldn't know that unless we removed some of the velour interior or the velvet interior. Again, really good condition on the inside. And again, I speculate that these daisy style flowers on the front, that's a glass inlaid piece in there. So very, it could fit so many different decors. Of course, modern, it could fit, if you're looking for a groovy 60s kind of feel, if you're looking for maybe a boho kind of feel, especially with the way we define bohemian decor these days, like it would look so good with some of that. Just overall, even sitting it like that. The dimensions, and then we'll count it down. The dimensions, it's 6 1/4 across. It is about 3 1/4 wide. And then when it sits up about 2 1/4 inches. So again, no name on it, no stamps. So we are in at 13 right now with Hollyberry. We're looking for 14 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And a cute little jewelry trinket box, stash box. I would probably date this to probably the 70s, probably the very middle part of the 1970s or the 1980s. So there's our bid end. So thank you so much, Holly Berry. You win it. Again, if this is your first time winning from us tonight, Mother Tuckers, my email's right there. Please get us all the information, your name, address, and PayPal email, and we will get you invoiced. So thank you so much, Holly Berry. Congratulations. All right, Bill.
Jason, I'm going to actually do a quick claim too.
Okay.
And this is our last round, everyone. So we will do a quick recap right after this. So stick around. But I have a beautiful piece of ceramic from Germany. And I picked this up at the extravaganza. I do want to point out, I'm just trying to find it. I want to point out a little chip on the rim right here. But to me, this is breathtaking because it is my favorite shrub of all. Ooh. It is a hand-painted lilac. And it is gorgeous. It's so good. I feel like I could smell it. Look at the detail. You can really see the hand painting detail when it's close up on the screen. And in my preview, I had this displayed in a plate stand, and it looked amazing, particularly with this kind of brown and light cream background. And it's a big bowl too. It is 2.5 inches tall, but it's 9 inches across. And again, this is a piece that was not made for serving. It was made for display. This is hand painting right on the top. It is not transfer. It's hand painted. So gorgeous. So if anyone is interested, I'm going to tell you a letter after I tell you the price. And if you're interested, you can type in the letter. And if there's more than one person who types the letter in, it will go to the first person. Yes, it is forever in bloom, Carol. I love it. And, I hope you said that because you know that our lilacs do not bloom for a long time. We wish they were around a lot longer than they were. Okay, so if anyone's interested, this is going to be $12. And for $12, the first person to type the letter M, if anyone is interested, can claim it. This beautiful, beautiful bowl. And I can just watch the chat so Amy can move to her next round.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, $12, Jason.
You got it.
All right, my last item tonight is another children's book. This was another Springfield pickup. I have had this book a while. I think I had it last year maybe. But here we go. Really, really cute. This one is a Samuel Publishing. It does date to 1946. The 40s illustrations, for whatever reason, are adorable. So cute graphics throughout. I'll get through this pretty quickly, but look at this page here with all the squirrels and the bluebird. So good. I love this one. Very, very cute. Look at this. The squirrels and the mice and the frogs and the bluebirds. Really, this is a cute little storybook too. So this is not a like we typically see with these oversized books. The paper is just paper. It doesn't have any kind of texturing to it. Relatively good shape. Not really any tears or anything with the book. It is very good condition. There is just maybe a little bit of bending here and there, but nothing super major. I love the sleepy pup on the back. He's gone fishing and caught him a big one. Now, I will say that there is a little, whoever owned this book, there's a little writing right here. And it looks like, I'm not sure what that is. It looks like two little holes that are right there, maybe a staple. I'm not sure. But the book is in really, really nice shape. It does measure 10 by 12.5. And right now I see Mars is in at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. I am going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, from 1946.
These are getting so hard to find.
Probably because I found them all.
You got them all good homes, Amy.
Well, I was worried I wasn't going to find any books, but then I kept finding them toward the end of the day. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. So Nikki had a 38. Mars had a just in case of 18. Glowy Girl had a just in case of 37. Nikki also had a just in case of 28. So Nikki's going to take it with her straight bid of 38. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, I'll keep us moving. My last item is going to be choice, and it's going to be choice at $5. Okay. These are either celluloid or plastic. So I cannot confirm. I can only speculate. Okay. And I believe that the first one is probably celluloid and older. Okay. So there is some paint wear on this, but who could let this behind with these two little dapper Mr. and Mrs. Birds with the little flower umbrella? Okay. So there is some paint wear. Now it is marked back here on the pin part, Czechoslovakia. So this is a little Czech pin, which I do believe that this is probably from the 30s to probably the 50s. And I do believe that this is celluloid. So a tiny little pin, just $5. Yes, there is some paint wear to it, but super cute little yellow birds. And it measures just about 1.5 inches tall by 1.25 inches wide. So this would be a great little piece, you know, to pop into a little flower frog or to wear, especially if you collect little bluebirds or little yellow birds or things like that. So that's your first little choice. There is no glow to any of these. So Glowy Girl, I see you in at 7. Thank you so much. And it is made in from Czechoslovakia. If this is celluloid, I do believe that this would be carved probably celluloid for some of those details. Okay, but that's pure speculation. These are hard to find any more information on. All I can tell you is this little brooch is probably from the 30s to the 1950s, especially with those great eyelashes. And when you feel celluloid, you know it, but I can't guarantee it because there's no real test like Bakelite. So this second one also checks off a lot of our boxes. I believe that this is from like the Scandinavian. It's in German, and I'll show you where it is written in German on the back. There is some German on the front here. Of course, I could not translate that, so I'm not sure if that's a souvenir or a German saying. There might be a little chip to that tree right there, but we have a little gnome with a little deer and little mushrooms. Now, Tina has sold these before, and where the little hole is there on the bottom, we believe it's missing a tiny little bell. Usually they would have had like a little plastic bell on them. And Amy, I know you speak German.
I do some. I'm trying to read it, but some of the letters are faded out of there.
I know, because it's hand painted. That's what was so hard to read. So again, let me get you in close on the look at the little gnome fellow there with his long beard and mushrooms and the deer. I even believe that's a mushroom behind him. I don't believe that's a mountain.
It might be Swedish.
Okay, because I thought it might be from that region.
It might be Swedish, though. I am trying to read it.
Back here, it is embossed in German, and it's going to be very hard to see. But this one, I really suspect, is a little later, 60s, and I do believe this one is just plastic. You can it wants to show. There we go. You can see that there is some writing, and that is in German. So this is just missing a little bell, and maybe the little tip to the one pine tree has a little nip on it. But cute nonetheless. Thank you guys for all the bids. We got Pamela in at 13. This one is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. These are great to wear. They're great to pop in your little trinket shelves. They're great to put in little flower frogs. So let's count it down. It's going to be on choice on either the little gnome and deer, and then I'll show you the birds again. These birds, both of these are so unique. But this one I do suspect is celluloid, and you can see that it's a little off-white. That's why I think it's celluloid, because celluloid always hinged a little as it aged. It yellowed a bit. This one stayed pure white, so I believe this one is just plastic. But if it is celluloid, it's probably just been well kept. So 14 or more, we are doing just in case for active bidders. It's on choice. We'll go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Karen G. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you guys for helping and modding tonight. So we're just waiting on that bid end 14 or more. And we are doing just in case. All right, I see Sally in at 14. We got Glowy Girl in with a just in case of 33. There's our bid end. So Glowy Girl, you get first choice at 15. This one we'll call this one Deer, and this one we'll call Bird. So Glowy Girl, let me know, Deer or Bird. And then, pardon me, Sally's going to have backup at 14. All right, the birdies are yours. Thank you so much, Carol. Then Sally, let me know if you're interested in the Deer one at 14. Sally, if you take a pass, we'll go back to Pamela. But right now we're waiting to hear from Sally. Let me know if you want the one with the deer. And come on now, focus with me, camera. Don't give out now.
Sally will take it.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get you back up here, guys. I think we have a little bit of a recap tonight. We'll do that real quick. Bill, do you mind explaining how that's going to work?
Sure thing. So we have a couple, maybe only one, I'm not sure. We have some items to show again that weren't claimed earlier. Maybe you weren't here. Maybe you needed some time to think about it. We're going to show the item, tell you a little bit about it, tell you what the start price is. And if you're interested in claiming the item, you just need to type that price in a one-word description in the chat. If you are the only one who claimed the item is yours. If there is another claim on the item, we will do a quick countdown. Karen Gillette will remain our bid ender.
All right, let's do the quick claim. All right, Bill, did you have something to show?
I did. Okay. I had one of those Fenton Old Virginia milk glass swung bud vases. I had the one with this top. If anyone is interested, it was starting at $12. The other two were claimed, but this one was unclaimed. And it's in that beautiful Old Virginia pattern. So $12 vase.
All right. Amy, did you have anything?
I did not.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much. And we'll wait for that lag to see if somebody wants to claim Bill's milk glass vase. Like I said, Karen Gillette, thank you so much. Lisa wants it, Bill. Lisa's going to take it. Congrats, Lisa Green. Karen G, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. Deanna, again, thank you so much for always being the backup and assisting us in the chat, and everybody else who lended a hand tonight. Again, we couldn't do it without you guys. Without further ado, let's tell everybody where we're going to be next. So, Amy, where are you going to be at next?
Right back here on Mother Tucker's for Fantastic Finds on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why I did the hands thing, but 8 p.m. Eastern for Fantastic Finds. We'll be back with some more finds from Springfield mixed in for sure. So, yes, that's what I have coming up.
And we do need some more of your fantastic finds. So, guys, if you're not familiar, after we do our sale on Wednesday nights, we share some of the community's fantastic finds. So myself and Amy have access to this email. Please send us the pictures of your finds, whether it be something you found in the attic, something you inherited, something you bought from another seller, something you bought from us. We want to see those displayed. So the email is sharemyfindslive@gmail.com. Again, that's sharemyfindslive@gmail.com. And we'll put you guys in the queue. It'll be first come, first serve. And me and Amy look forward to it. We want to see your Halloween and your Christmas, please. All right, Mr. Bill, where are you going to be at next?
So I'm back to my regular Thursday sale over on Instagram with Steph Crazy for Kitsch. This week we have John at Everyday Holiday Displays joining us. He does a display quarterly based on a topic that we choose for him and items that we send to him. So on Thursday, we will be celebrating National Cat Appreciation Month. Yeah. John will be releasing a display of vintage items that Stephanie and I have sent him, and then we're going to sell them on Thursday.
And again, gang, please make sure you're subscribed to ENAMOR Amie here on YouTube. Also, make sure you follow her on Instagram. The same with Bill. Please follow him. The names are all the same. If you follow it, it's ENAMOR Amie or Garden Guy Bill. Please consider giving me a follow as well. We do a lot of different content over on Instagram than we do here. Like Amy said, I'll be back on Wednesday night with her here for Fantastic Finds. Then myself and Rochelle will be back this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Uniquely Vintage. We have some more apparel, jewelry, mid-century things in store for you. So we hope you guys like that, and you can come hang out with us a little bit on Saturday night. And that'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, guys, it's always a blast. Amy, Bill, thank you guys so much. Guys, have a good week. We hope we started you out on the right foot. Have a great one. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. All right, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.